What up, stream? Evan is eternal. Thanks for the sub, Evan. Advent says, can't watch but enjoy the free money. I'm assuming he or she also subbed. Thank you. Tutorar also subbed with the Prime sub. Thank you, guys. What up, Tuesday painters? How y'all doing today? We're painting some Greyjoy characters today. We're going to finish up Eric Ironmaker that we started, I believe, last paint stream. I can't remember what we painted last paint stream. How you guys doing? What up, HUD? What up, the idiot painter, Lummox Beast? Two Strikes Jan says, hello. Excited to finally catch one of these cult rules. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're painting some Eric Ironmaker today, some more Greyjoy stuff, but be on the lookout for a new Miniac video coming out soon. I just finished speed painting the Jedi Hunters box from Shatterpoint by Atomic Mass Games. So I have a little over half of a Shatterpoint team done, and all I have to do to finish it is paint Daddy Darth Vader and the Stormtrooper Sergeant, which that model isn't out yet. But that'll be a full Shatterpoint squad complete when I paint those two homies. That's pretty cool. Irish Rock says, first time I'm catching, working on my Grand Narrative army. Grand Narrative, is that Age of Sigmar related? What up, Professional Paint Licker? Going to the GW one in November in Georgia, bringing a classic 2nd edition BA army. Let's go, Daddy Darth Vader. 40K. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so it's like a tournament, but it's a tournament that emphasizes narrative. Is that what we're understanding? Bro, I didn't know you streamed until I watched your latest YouTube video where you mentioned your Twitch, and it was like 15 minutes until this one. Nice. I mentioned it in a lot of videos.
I know. I just I keep banging the drum because there's always, you're part of today's 10,000 or whatever.
Right.
The old XKCD.
Yes, I did mention it in the video that's coming out next as well.
Ooh.
Wait, you stream on Twitch? Yeah, thanks, Jay. No, I don't. It's all an illusion.
For a while, we streamed on YouTube.
So I realized something that I was wrong about Star Wars lore for the longest time until editing the fucking video that had the mistake in it right now.
Uh-oh.
I've been calling Reva the third sister. I've been calling her the second sister this entire time. I thought they were actually the same person, which is why I felt okay chopping her head off and giving her the helmet that I gave her. Turns out I chopped off Reva's unhelmeted head and gave her the second sister's helmeted head, who is the main villain in Jedi Fallen Order. Her and Reva aren't the same person, but I've been talking about them like they are the same person this entire time. So my kill team contains 2 head swaps in it, and both of them are taking heads from other Inquisitors and putting them on other people's bodies. So there it is.
What if the problem isn't with you, but with the Star Wars lore where these two characters are so indistinguishable you think they're the same person?
I mean, the names definitely are not easy to deal with.
Yeah, but they're all like very angry, hurt people.
Yes.
Want to cause pain to others, and that is their entire character.
That is their vibe, yeah. It's probably hot in here, dude.
Yeah, I was going to say, turn on the AC, baby.
Oh, wait, it's not on at all. That's the problem.
Yeah. Got to flick that switch.
Always happens whenever I record a video.
Get the pumps going.
To be fair, I only just came across your channel. Okay, nice. Gotcha.
Well, welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah. The comments in the video are going to be fun. Yeah, I'm definitely going to put a note in there where it's like, every time I say second sister, I mean third sister. Yeah, the head swapping, I might get some angsty Star Wars fans.
I mean, the kitten, I hate how true that actually is. Star Wars is bathrobe people versus helmet people.
Yes. I love the Imperial helmets as well, which is why I was so sad to see that none of the Inquisitors had helmets in that Atomic Mass box, so I gave them some helmets.
It's so you can, they have characterization, Scott.
Characterization? Oh, like they're humans? Like,
yeah, so you can definitely tell them apart now.
Right, okay. That makes sense. I tried to figure out if Reva had a helmeted head, and so I tried to see if she had any appearances in any other Star Wars media before the Obi-Wan TV show, and I don't think she has. I think the first time that Inquisitor ever appeared in any Star Wars media was on the Obi-Wan show. So, sad time for me. It's a problem with the Obi-Wan show in that it only exists to bring stuff from animation video games into live action because when people watch the live action, that's what I'm saying, Rat Pain. I don't think that the third sister has existed in any other media until now. The other two Inquisitors, though, or the other three, the Grand Inquisitor, the fifth brother, and the fourth sister, which I know I'm getting those right, those all have existed in the comic books prior, but the Reva hasn't? But I could be wrong. So please tell me if I'm wrong. My favorite chair boy, that's me. Oh wait, no, you mean Eric Ironmaker. Damn it, not me, fuck. I want to be your favorite chair boy. All right, just doing a little intermediate gray highlight on the beard because it was pretty dark after that, I believe, blue wash we added to it. And then we'll add some more sparing light blue highlight. So this color is actually, I think it's called light blue from AK Interactive, is that called that? Oh, pastel blue. But in the context of what we're painting right now, it just looks like white. So it works.
Is this a 24-hour Song of Ice and Fire stream? Well, Jay, it is now.
Jay, how's your foray into song going? I know you asked a while ago about lists and stuff, and then I never heard from you again. It fucking better be, dude. How was A Song of Ice and Fire Nats? It was pretty good. Fucking British person won U.S. Nats. What can you do? I played in the first 3 games, and I went 1 and 2, and I had a lot of fun. I had a lot more fun than the last time I played in a tournament. I'm not sure why, but it was a good time.
It was because you knew you couldn't win?
That's what it was. I went in with the expectation that I was gonna fucking lose. And I did.
You only lost twice. Come on, Scott. You gotta step it up.
I know. I could probably last a pretty long time painting miniatures. I did 38 hours before, but I'm pretty certain that I could do more than that.
You're older now.
That's true. Shit, I am older.
I mean, you saw my post about falling asleep in my car.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I turned 30 and that started happening. Where I'd be like, yeah, I ate a big meal. I'm not going to walk inside. I'm just going to crash out here in the alley for 30 or 45 minutes.
Does that actually happen?
Scott, that doesn't just actually happen once or twice. That actually happens on a semi-regular basis.
Oh, no, dude. I played 1 game. It's pretty good. Still need to get some free folk. I gotcha. Wow, that the bottom 2 factions were at the final table. Yeah. Rat Pain, thanks to the sub. Stamina King. Can confirm, and 36. Yeah. Every guy thinks they can last longer than they actually do. Yeah. I think the first time I ever fell asleep playing a video game was when playing Diablo 3, and that was when I was 30. And I was like, man, this game must suck. But then I realized it was just me being old.
Kidding, I wouldn't even climb into the sleeping nook. It's like, oh, there's a bed right there. That requires me moving. I'm just going to sit here and nod off. I fell asleep last night playing Starfield, was exploring, and woke up floating in space. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. That's looking nice. For the shawl, like the maroon leather elements, we we painted with dark red and then washed in blue, and then obviously it turned purple, but like a desaturated purple. And I don't like it. I think it looks bad. It doesn't look bad, but I don't like the maroon scheme, maroon and blue scheme. So I think I need to change this somehow, but I'm not necessarily sure how to do that. And maybe I'll start with a brown wash, just to kind of like hide some of that obvious red that was there once upon a time. So let's grab some. Maybe I'll just do a contrast paint. I don't think I actually have just a straight up brown wash. Oh no, I totally do.
They see me gaming. Has subscribed with Prime.
Hey, thanks for the Prime sub. Photoshop before painting. I once fell asleep while riding my bike in Days Gone. I crashed and killed myself, which woke me up because the controller vibrated. Since then, I've been very aware of being tired while driving. Elite Assassin just turned 30 last week, but I have a 1 year old. More sleep sounds great. Okay, I got you. You have a child. Megalodon Jaws. Thank you for the Prime sub. Are we doing?
All this talk about sleep is going to cause a real problem because there's a couch 15 feet away from me.
Yes. Are we giving away one of these bags?
Hell yeah, we are.
Okay, so at 50 subs, which we're some way on our way to, we're gonna give away one of these goodie bags from from CMOD Expo. These have all kinds of stuff in them, from play mats to full boxes of units from Song of Ice and Fire to updated cards for Song of Ice and Fire, from coasters and giant dice and lanyards and promo models and a fucking Zombicide puzzle, Cthulhu Death May Die face mask, like all kinds of stuff and tchotchkes in here that I got when I went to visit them. I'm going to give all that away in one of these bags.
We actually have 2 of them.
Nice.
And what I would like to say is we'll do the first giveaway at 50, and then we'll make the second one a little easier to hit. Let's say like 80. Does that sound good to you, Scott?
You want to try to hit both of them in this stream?
I do.
All right. Let's see if we can do that. See if we can hit 80 subs for this stream. A friend of mine found 2 sets of Guild Ball minis, and we want to play a game after speed painting the minis. Any advice on how to learn quickly and color schemes? Schemes are kind of like whatever you want it to be. Like some colors lend themselves to certain teams. Obviously, hunters might be green. Morticians are like, evil, and maybe they have black colors. In terms of learning the game quickly, I know Rodney Smith from Watch It Played made a video for Guild Ball, and his videos are always the fucking best for learning how to play a game. The problem is there's going to be a little bit of different rules, but they're mostly like edge case things. But I think learning to play the game, I'd watch the video on the channel Watch It Played. Neros and Obi-Jon Snow, thank you for the Prime subs. And Irish Rock, fuck yeah.
I will say that there are some cards in those CMON goodie bags. That's a valuable giveaway. Potentially.
Yeah?
Irish Rock also gifting us some.
Ooh, thank you, Irish Rock. Okay, we were gonna do a brown wash. That's why I got this up. Okay, here we go.
What stumped me? Noveldar? What?
Ooh, this is doing literally nothing.
Elite Assassin 001. Subscribe to Tier 1.
Oh, thank you, Elite Assassin.
I should, November plus Eldar.
Is that someone's name?
I don't get it.
Oh. In the Song of Ice and Fire, why is there no ice zombie faction? It's in the name. You're talking about White Walkers, I'm assuming? I don't know. I'm assuming they're going to do that at some point.
So I have heard, and I don't know if this is true or not, that George is against the idea of a others playable faction that's a player faction. But I don't know, if that's true or if that's still true or anything. It was something that they talked about on like the Kickstarter stream for the game, where it was like something they prototyped, but that wasn't going to be in the game. However, that doesn't rule them out as like a PvE expansion for the game, which I think could be pretty cool. And we are talking about the company that makes Zombicide. So a Song of Ice and Fire Zombicide might be the White Walker PvE expansion. George doesn't get an opinion unless he finishes the novels. Hey, my conspiracy theory is that they've been done. He's just pretending that they aren't done, because he knows that no matter what he writes, there's going to be a bunch of hate mail and the angry nerds and stuff. So he's got them done, and they're just going to be posthumously released.
Can't ever satisfy the angry nerds.
Exactly.
Apparently George does get an opinion. I think it was Evan the one who was telling me that the reason why there are banner bearers in the game, because they serve no function in the game at all, is because George wanted a bunch of banner bearing units. He wanted to see a bunch of flags when you had your army arranged on the table.
I'm not sure if I am the one that told you that, but that does sound familiar.
Okay.
So, maybe. Why does George get an opinion on the game? Well...
Jay, you gotta be joking. It's in his will that they can't publish until after he's in the ground.
Yeah. And banners are cool. Banners can be cool. And then you look at the Flayed Men banner, and you feel feelings, and they aren't good ones.
What feelings do you feel?
Bad ones. Very bad feelings.
Thank you, Evan. I kind of want to paint his face a little bit more. I'm like not really like happy with what it looks like. I like the first one I did a lot better. I don't know why. I think it's because there's too much dark midtone and not enough like brighter colors. I feel like he should be a pasty old white man, and so I want to like make him look less warmth in his skin. Like you feel like he sits inside all day long. Gives him sickly.
Isn't his chair on like the top of a boat?
I have no idea. Is that what it is?
No, I actually have no fucking clue.
Okay.
Remember, pretty much everything I know about the lore comes from the back of the unit cards.
No, didn't you watch the fucking movie?
What movie?
Or the TV show?
I watched 3 seasons of the TV show.
Okay, so you and I are kind of in a similar boat in terms of how much lore we know.
Yeah, and that was a decade ago now. Because I watched that show when I first started at the radio station, and that was 11 years ago. So. Who is this? Says Azathoth. This is Eric Ironmaker. Good evening, Pengu's Revenge 8. Jay, at the time, I thought I was catching up with the show because season 4 was going to start in like a month. And I was like, yeah, everyone's watching this. I'm finally going to be that pop culture guy that keeps up with what's happening. And then I never watched another episode. And then about a year ago, I was like, I'm going to try and revisit this because, maybe I should be able to legitimately complain about the later seasons instead of just knowing through internet knowledge. And I watched 1 episode. And I was like, I hate all these people because they're all either terminally dumb or incredibly mean. And I just want bad things to happen to all of them, but I don't want to watch it happen. And so I did not proceed any further.
I think the reason that I didn't finish watching it, I watched partway into season 2. I think I wanted it to be like Lord of the Rings, the TV show, and it was more like fantasy drama. And I don't know, I just wasn't really interested in that.
You mean it's like Love Island?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fantasy Love Island, but with flesh rending and stuff.
Yeah. It's Vince, I never watched any episodes of season 4. No, I'm saying when I went back to revisit it, I was like, I'll start from the beginning and watch through the whole show. and I watched the first episode, and I started the second episode, and I like walked away to go to the bathroom, and then I just closed it, and I haven't watched any further. Because I'm just like, you know what? I hate all these idiots. What is your favorite line in the whole series, Vince? It really is a reality show. I mean, that tracks with what I've heard, Vince. That everything just sort of went downhill at the end of season 4, or some ways through season 5 or whatever. I still haven't watched the Targaryen one. I know you liked that one, right, Scott?
Yeah, that one did have still like the kind of drama element to it. It felt like I was watching Pride and Prejudice, but like the one for boys. But there were still really cool battles in it, and really cool armor, really cool costume direction, pretty good dialogue for the most part. But the show to me committed what I think is the ultimate TV show sin, and it was like it baited me into this conflict between, I forget who it was between, honestly, and I was like, I could feel the momentum building in the TV show. We're gonna get this huge fucking battle between the Targaryens, who are being a little weird and incestuous with I think it was Daemon and his new wife, and like the other people who wanted to claim the throne and be king, with Aegon Targaryen. I could feel this mounting like conflict. And then the TV show ends, and it baits you into watching season 2 to see the resolution of the conflict that's been building this entire show. And I was like, I was so mad. I was so mad that we didn't get to see that conflict resolved. I was like, you had an entire fucking TV show to resolve this issue that seems to be the main hook of the show, and you didn't. You left it for another season. And I think TV shows just take the piss endlessly. Like they just lengthen and lengthen and lengthen, and it makes me so angry. So angry that I don't care to watch the second season. I wanted that resolution, and there wasn't one. And it was just like, man, I just felt like I was being taken for a ride, honestly. So I liked it, and then that happened, and that made me like upset, and I was like, fuck it, I don't care anymore. But otherwise, it was pretty good. Anyone feel that? Spoiler, it won't end in season 2 either. It's fine to have a hook. Like, I don't mind hooks at all. Like, you obviously need those to incentivize people watching further episodes and further
This is like the male version of will they or won't they get together? Will they or won't they have a war?
I take it Scott also hated Across the Spider. I think of the Tom Holland Spider-Mans, I haven't seen that one. I've seen the one with Jake Gyllenhaal. No, not Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal as I forget his name.
Mysterio.
And then
I literally, you said with Jake Gyllenhaal in it, and I was gonna say there's no Spider-Man movie with Jake Gyllenhaal in it, and then I remembered, oh yeah, there is, and that I think kind of summarizes my feelings of that movie, which was I enjoyed it at the time and then forgot it happened. Spider-Verse is the animated one, or rather ones.
I'm gonna grab a brown paint, and then I will mix some more of this pastel blue into it to get a highlight.
Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Oh yeah, let's go to the paint rack camera.
Paint rack is dead. There's no lens in it. It's gone.
Well, if it was on, it would be a nice weight screen instead.
Spider-Verse is the animated one. Oh, you know what? I actually haven't seen the new animated one. I'm sorry, you're right.
What about the old animated one?
I did see Into the Spider-Verse, yeah. Sorry, I was wrong about that. I know what you mean. That's why I like movies. 2.5 hours, tell a whole story. Rat Pain, 100%. 100%. That's generally why I prefer movies, because they need to have some kind of resolution from beginning to end.
Unless it's part of a cinematic universe, and they can just say, oh, the fight might happen in the next Avengers movie.
I don't think that's ever happened in the movie that I've watched. There's always a satisfying resolution. And I'm thinking of Marvel movies right now. To me, it's always been a satisfying resolution.
Yeah, Azathoth, see you in like 3 years or whatever. 5 if they make it ethically.
Okay, so there's a pretty big cliffhanger in that second.
Oh
Spider-Verse
yeah.
one. I do want to watch it. The first one was really cool, so I will watch it at some
It
point.
was fantastic. It made me feel feelings.
Did it?
I like films that make me feel feelings.
That is good. Speaking of films that make you feel feelings, I just watched Nimona. You guys ever seen Nimona? It wasn't
Moana?
No, called Nimona. It was an animated film, but not from Pixar or Disney, an off-brand studio.
Oh, this is the one with the shape-shifting demon girl.
Yes. Oh, you know what? Someone just mentioned Dune. Dune does kind of not have a satisfying resolution.
Yeah,
so.
Dune is definitely see you in part 2, schmucks.
Yeah, so that was annoying, but for some reason I was okay with that. I don't know why I was okay with that.
Yeah, Nimona, I haven't watched it yet, but I keep getting recommended clips on YouTube.
Yeah, Nimona was pretty good. The narrative in the movie covers a lot of ground metaphorically. Like it implies a lot, and it says a lot by doing a little. So I appreciate it for that. But what it's talking about in the movie, we've kind of seen and heard from a lot of other media. So it's not necessarily like a new or interesting thing to talk about. But it was well animated. It's a very well written story. Again, it covers a lot of ground. But you know, I kind of already heard it. Dune can't be told as a single film. Yeah, it was. I would recommend Nimona. It was fun. Oh, hey, what's up, Whittle Goblin? I've seen. If you guys didn't know, Whittle Goblin is making a battle royale game with vampires, where the goal is to see who can drink the most blood, which is just the fucking coolest idea for a game ever. What's it called, Whittle Goblin? A trilogy of series of movies can be cool, but I think they need to put a time limit on it from the jump to avoid stretching. The brown I used for his boots is kind of orangey. I don't know. I'm really lost right now with this leather. Leather is it's a tough color for me.
I mean, you just need to paint it belt color.
I know. I always want to do something special with brown.
Well, then, I don't know, use a pure rawhide calfskin leather color.
Okay. That sounds extra. I find that a lot of colors when mixed into brown just don't do a whole lot of anything, which makes sense. Brown is a very desaturated color and is often a combination of many colors, so mixing anything into it is going to just make it look muddy and nasty. So, I don't know.
Flossmith resubscribed to Tier 1 14 months in a row. Says,
Thank you, Flossmith.
hello. Just dropping by to say hi before I got to get back to the grind.
That game is called Night Thirst. Nice.
Night Thirst.
Thanks for the sub, Flossmith. I wish this version of Dune was done in 3 parts instead of 2. So much of the setup gets rushed through. Thufir, Hawat, and the whole concept of Menats are basically just background things, for instance. Okay, so you would prefer it to be.
I thought they were making 3 movies.
I have no idea. Is it reasonable to say that your leather needs to be some kind of underlying non-brown color? Maybe. I mean, I did do it like red originally, and that just wasn't working for me. I will say that a lot of brown colors highlight very nicely with an ochre color, so kind of like a desaturated, muddy yellow. I've been pretty happy with that in the past, but I was just trying something new for this one, and it just didn't work. It wasn't working out. Three total from 2 books: Dune Part 1, 2, and Dune Messiah.
Yeah.
Oh, so he was saying he wanted 3 movies for just the first book. Is that what you're saying?
There's a lot happening in Dune that they kind of gloss over.
Yeah.
Also, is your focus right? Or is the hair just blurry to me? Hang on.
I mean, like, the thing is maybe it was in focus here, but then when I lean it up here, it's not in focus.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me, because, like, That's such a minor change in focal distance, and I have a pretty massive aperture right now. What is it? 7.1.
I think it might have been focused down by his feet.
Okay.
And so it was just you're pushing, slightly out of it on the other end.
A few millimeters.
Fresh squid sepia. Hey Scott, are you doing Golden Demon for this upcoming Adepticon?
You know, I said on top when we got back from Golden Demon that I was gonna do it next year. 'Cause I've skipped it 2 years now. And typically, whenever I go to Adepticon, I always bring some kind of entry. And the closer and closer we get to the event, the more I realize that the only motivating force I have to paint something for any competition is that I said I was going to do it on top. Not that I want to do it. And I was like, oh, I don't want to be a liar. I don't want to like let people down. But it's like, do I want to spend 200 hours, 100 hours, whatever it is, a large amount of time painting a single model?
I feel like this is the ultimate statement of like the basement dwelling man is the only thing that motivates me is obligation.
Yeah.
And you have obligated yourself by saying something in public, so now I got to do it.
Wait, so why is this a basement dwelling man?
It's someone who, by basement dwelling, I don't necessarily mean like a neckbeard. I mean like someone who would just rather sit inside and not do things.
Okay. Yeah, so that's how I'm feeling about Golden Demon right now. I totally could paint something for it. I have time to do it. I have a piece that's like 60% done even. But like right now I'm just really into painting models for gaming, and I don't know if that's ever gonna end. So, I mean, I'm assuming it will end at some point. Or, not end, but like I'm assuming I will want to paint a display model again. But like, do I really want to like kill myself to paint something for a super long time? Like I painted some display models in April, and that was fun, but none of those were competitive entries.
Hey, don't forget, you did say for the description of the stream that you would be painting Greyjoy models until you die. So if you're worried about killing yourself painting things, it might happen painting gaming minis too. Wizard of Oz 13 says, "Hey there, how are you? Hope you're well, man. You're such an inspiration to me starting my mini journey, especially when I find pieces daunting or overwhelming. I just send it because of you."
Nice. I love hearing that. Just fucking send it, bud. Zardoz. Fucking Zardoz, dude.
So what you're saying is you might enter Golden Demon, but you're not feeling it right now.
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm feeling like right now. Yeah, I don't know. That new Bretonian Lady of the Lake is so fucking cool. So like maybe I would do something with that.
I have an obligation that I have to get done by the end of the year, and I just am not feeling it right now.
What is that obligation?
It's to paint the Duchess.
For your friend.
Yeah.
Why aren't you looking forward to it?
Because that means I have to like actually paint in my free time.
Okay.
And it's not for a game. I only paint gaming minis.
What excited you about the prospect of painting a display model originally? Like, why did you agree to do this?
For the love of the game. No, to stretch my skills and definitely put more time into a mini.
Okay.
That's also why I worked on Colossus for, 20 hours or whatever.
Did you think that you kind of got what you wanted to get out of the experience by painting Colossus for a long time, and now you don't want to have to do that again?
Maybe. Colossus was also a number of other things layered on top of it, where I'm experimenting with a different style, and also it's a guy that's like entirely made out of metal, which is awful.
Yeah, that can be challenging.
It just was a lot.
Yeah.
It's fine. Cutie's only in the chat. Now that you're here, that's definitely true, my life. You make everyone else look better.
Just Seppuku, thanks for the sub. Sup, nerd? Dropping my sub before going to bed. I just need to wake up to work in 4 hours. Ugh! What up, Lumix Beast? Thanks for the sub. R. Ben S. Implying old world models will be out before Adepticon. That's a good point. I feel like I see the models and I just assume I can buy them immediately, but that's not always the case. Come to Nova and submit your display models from videos. You don't work up the motivation for something new.
Oops.
That's certainly an option. I could definitely do that. I have a lot of display models that I could just do a little bit more work on, and they'd be very ready to go. I think the one that I'm thinking of in particular right now is the Fade model that I made for Heroes of New Earth. That one's pretty damn good. That one needs a little extra cleanup around the edges, and then it's ready to rock. Are you entering anything at Monty this year? Yeah, I did want to bring some display models.
Ooh.
Because again, I have a lot, and I've never been to Monty, and so I have a lot of stuff that's never seen in competition before, but you guys have seen before because of videos and stuff. So maybe that Fade model, maybe that Mindwork Games chef bust that I painted a while back. Hell, maybe even a thing I entered in Crystal Brush a long time ago. Could be anything. Does this guy get up from the chair and Omega bop people with his hammer? Probably.
No, I'm on the opposite camp. Definitely. He's an old man, and he goes, "Here's $5. Go hit that guy." He's bad, Grandpa. Go to PAX Unplugged and just shit all over the Arcadian palette.
There you go. That's what you do when you don't want to do extra work on your minis. You just go to a convention that's new and fresh, and you just shit all over everybody.
Got to go win some gold awards
by
entering your local painting competition at your store that 5 people enter.
Yeah, I need an ego boost.
Definitely. I'm gonna just fix your framing for you. Oh wait, I can't. You're too far over. There we go.
The hammer is there to only help him get up.
Yeah, it's just a very, very sure-footed cane. Self-standing cane, that's what that is.
I love that.
Enter young blood category. You know, when we were at Adepticon last year, or earlier this year, the last Adepticon, how's that? For a while, Young Bloods was looking so empty that Michael was talking about just going home, handing his kid a mini and putting paint on his hands.
Yeah.
And being like, look, my kid won 3rd place, but it did fill up towards the end.
Yeah, there was 2 entries in total in Young Bloods.
Was it really just 2 total?
Yeah.
I thought that there was a couple more after that. But
sorry, not at the end, but for the longest time, there was only 2
it was
things.
just sitting there at 2 for until Saturday or something.
Yeah.
And it would have just been my 1-year-old son won bronze at Golden Demon. And then I could have roasted him and said, yeah, he's got more Golden Demons than you do. Boom. Yeah, we are in a unfair environment here, kitten. We just lost the camera. Oh, and it's back.
Oh, that was just the app. It's losing wireless connection.
Sweet.
For whatever fucking reason.
Klobenheister wants to know, do Ninjon's signature series paints taste like him?
Yes, they do. Can't confirm.
Well, then I know what John tastes like. Because I've tasted those paints.
Dang it, I'm trying to find this magazine somewhere locally. Not magazine. Comic book locally that... I'm trying to find the Darth Vader comic book series from 2017. And I can't... My poor wife's been running around trying to find it. Because I want to use it for this video that I'm making right now. So no one has it locally.
The Fear and Dead Men one?
I think it's just called Darth Vader. I can't remember what like the volumes are called, but yeah, I wasn't able to find it at two locations now. It's got. Oh wait, you already asked the question. What is your favorite scale? Says Jan Van Hoof. Probably 32 millimeter scale. Unless you have a crazy hoarder comic shop, you won't find a comic that old locally. That's fair. I don't know, like what's normal for comic books. Like how many years old? That one's from 2017.
We definitely have a wide variety of types of comic book shops here.
Yeah.
Did Amber go to comic book college?
Yes. So she went to the Source and Comic Book College. Those two.
That's the Source has a ton of stuff, but they seem to focus more on new and collectible. Specifically, Comic Book College, at least back when they were in Uptown, was definitely like, oh yeah, I think I have that issue. Goes into back room, you hear like horrible falling noises, swearing. Guy comes out covered in sweat. Here you go. $6.
Did you order the Vampire Blood Bowl stuff? I haven't yet, Coronary Jump, but I do want to. Is that the one where he meets a Naboo handmaiden who looks just like Padme, and there's a strong will they, won't they? I have no idea. I never know if Jay's asking me a real question.
Thing. Alamo 6 just gifted 5 subs.
Alamo, thank you so much for the gifted subs.
Will there or won't they with Darth Vader? Jay, cut it out. This is not okay.
Or it is. I'm pretty sure they had them digitally. Yeah. I wanted the physical comic so I could like film it for B-roll. I always like having a physical element to film compared to like screen capping or doing something like that. But I also just want to read it. I've added a bunch of graphic novels and comic books from the Star Wars universe, both legends and otherwise, to my Amazon wish list so I can just read them. I mean, I found it on Amazon, so I'll just get it from there. It absolutely is a real thing. Fucking A. Incredible.
I refuse to believe.
We'll let that continue to dry. And I think what I'll do is I'll just start to do some highlighting on the throne. Especially where like the paint is chipping off and stuff. I think what I want to do to add some texture to this throne is I'll take a sponge and I'll just kind of sponge on some rocky, battered texture. Let's see what we can find here.
Oh, you're going to make a stone throne.
What is it normally? Iron?
I don't know, man. Wood? Could be stone.
What's the name of the comic? Oh, I mean, don't worry about it, dude. I need it today. So, it's called Darth Vader. That's what the volume. That's what the series is called. I don't know what the issue is called. It's the first volume, Darth Vader. Issue number 6 is the one that I'm specifically looking for. But really, I just want the full thing. I want the issues 1 through 6. I like buying comics in volumes. So it makes it more fun to read.
Broadsword Wargaming in the chat.
Hey, what up?
Who does Greyjoy?
He's Eric Ironmaker. Ollie, I was sad when I asked what your and Kara's favorite houses were, then you didn't mention Greyjoy once. How could you? How could you do this to me?
It's because Greyjoy sucks.
Oh yes, congrats to Ollie. Kara is pregnant. Got a little baby on the way. It's pretty hype. Okay. Let's get a little gray mix going here on the old palette. We'll start sponging on some texture. Hey, it's the Spain of Plastic back in the chat to have his name mispronounced.
It just makes you feel special, Scott, when someone knows you well enough to purposely pronounce your name wrong.
Are you trying to convince me why it's okay that we do this?
I don't need to convince you. We're doing it.
Okay. They're strategically targeting a young blood golden demon generation. Where did this come from? I'm making the next generation of hobbyists. Nice.
It's the next generation of rebelling against your parents isn't going to be playing Dungeons and Dragons. It's going to be liking football.
We've gone full circle.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not like you, Dad. I want to go hang out with the popular kids and play sports. I don't want to be in a basement.
And then he gets kicked out of the house because of that.
Yeah, exactly. He gets kicked out because he doesn't play enough video games.
Yeah. Oh, it's a joke about their baby. Oh, okay. You know me. All right, let's not use the edge of a sponge. It doesn't look very good.
That's true. You can be a nerd and still like sports. In fact, most of the people that I know that really like sports are incredible sports nerds. But go out and play football. There we go. Participate in sports over everything else. Why would I play video games when I could go outside? Truly the worst opinion to have. Sports weebs? All right, Hud. Sure. Played disc golf with Sean Sutter today.
Oh, that's cool. Sean Sutter is the creator of Relic Blade.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Does disc golf count as sports? It's pretty borderline.
Is poker a sport?
Yeah.
Is playing video games a sport?
No.
Why is poker a sport but not esports?
The only reason that video games aren't a sport is so I can make people in chat mad.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's only borderline because it's less exertion, in the same way that golf is less exertion, but it's still definitely a sport. It's skill expression. It requires some sort of skill and physical activity of some type.
I've been meaning to ask John that same question because I know he likes poker a lot.
The Idiot Painter says, have either of you two seen the two new case the GW released and article on?
Oh, they made a new carrying case. No, I actually didn't. I would be interested in it though because historically their cases are trash.
Not just trash, very expensive trash.
Yeah. Tattooed Tabletop. Thank you for the sub. And also Pingus Revenge. Appreciate the sub, y'all.
This is a different approach. I don't know if I like it, but I don't know if I don't. I need to put my hands on this. This is a really interesting idea. Here, I'll pull this up in a second. I have to get web capture working. Every stream.
Am I pumped for TI Cogs Bottom? Absolutely. Me and my friends all hang out every TI, and we pretend like it's the Super Bowl. We watch the games. So yeah, I fucking love TI. Who are we cheering for? I absolutely am cheering for Gaiman Gladiators, but I've noticed this. Okay, I don't need to put my model down. I can keep talking. I've noticed this trend with Pro Dota Now, typically there's a team who does well during the DPC. And normally that team, and so this year that was Gaiman Gladiators. They won most of the majors. I don't think they won the Riyadh Masters, but they won Dream League like back-to-back, like seasons 21, 22. Not this Dream League, but they did win the other ones. Typically that team does not win TI. And like previous year it was Team Secret. They were fucking crushing it. Previous year before that it was Team Liquid. And that team is never the team that wins TI, but I would love to see Quinn Callahan win TI. So I'm voting, or I'm definitely cheering for Gaiman Gladiators. Tattoo with a gifted 5 subs. Thank you so much, Tattoo Tabletop.
All right, let's take a gander at this. This is super interesting.
I wish I had friends that watch Dota Sag. It's a lot of fun.
So,
whoa!
It's made out of like silicone nubs that hold your guys in place.
I kick ass for the Lord.
I like that they like desaturated the hands into being ghost hands in this picture. Exigent Midnight just subscribed.
Thank you, Exigent Midnight. Appreciate the sub.
This is like their alternative to Pluck Foam.
I'm also standing Gaiman Gladiators.
When you close the case, these smooth bristles flex to accommodate your miniatures, ensuring that the thinnest spear or most delicate pennant won't get snagged or feel any pressure. Well, I don't know. If it lands right on it, it might feel pressure.
Not just hands only, now it's ghost hands only.
Ghost hands only.
Can we see a big model?
That's it? I have shown you everything, unless there's more pictures.
Okay.
There aren't. These are the biggest models we got. It definitely ain't going to fit no dragons in it. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. This is, okay. This is an interesting idea, but I think Azathoth lists the problem. Is like any kind of physical thing that touches the model is going to abrade the paint off.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. We've already figured out the best way to transport models in 2023, and that's with magnets.
Yeah.
And Tupperware containers with metal sheets in the bottom. Or however you want to do magnet storage, that is the way, because you have open air, and they can accommodate literally any model, like big winged dragons, small infantry, everything. And this does not beat that. It is interesting, and maybe if the idea got changed a little bit, maybe it could be something. But yeah, this does not beat magnet storage for me. Thick varnish needed. Yeah, no kidding, Ollie.
Yeah, I assume that the abrasion on this will be lower.
Yes.
But it's still something rubbing against your model.
Yeah.
Needlessly.
Who's your Dota main these days? Honestly, I haven't played a lot of Dota. I've just watched Dota. How sad is that? So sad.
It's all right. Most people, when they get old, can't keep up in the sports that they play anymore and just take to watching or coaching their kid while playing.
This sounds a little sad, but like honestly, when I get home at night, I don't have enough mental fortitude to play Dota. Dota requires me to be so fucking engaged.
That's why you should be playing it here at work.
Yeah,
instead of working.
Right,
Easy.
Of course. That's what I should be.
It's not like you have a real job or anything, Scott. You're a YouTuber. You can just do whatever you want.
I would love to play Dota at work. I watch Dota on my lunch.
I know that. Pretty much every time I get here on Tuesday, Scott's like sitting in front of like a half-eaten bowl of pasta or whatever. And there's Dota on the screen, and he doesn't want to talk to anybody.
My lunchtime is sacred, okay?
Many things are sacred.
Yeah.
GW's issue with magnets could be a safety issue? I don't know. You've got a product that's already clearly labeled as not for kids, and what they could do is they could start making bases that already have the magnets in them. They could even be encased inside.
Yeah, I mean,
if your kid eats a 40 millimeter base, well,
I mean,
yeah, that's true. You are okay if you only eat one magnet and you don't have any other metal in your body.
GW, if it's a concern of small devices, I mean, we're putting together miniatures here. There's tons of small bits that people could swallow.
They also make their miniatures sharp enough to hurt me, as I can tell you about the stupid dragon wings. Little pointy spines hurt. The Spain of Plastic. I loved Cyberpunk when it came out. I believed everyone was basically wrong about the actual quality of that game on PC. I had a great experience playing it the first time and the second time. And I'm looking forward to playing it for the third time once I download Phantom Liberty.
All right. Let's paint these metallics and call him done.
Sweet. It did launch in a completely unacceptable state on consoles, but like, you know, me as a PC gamer, I just kind of shrugged my shoulders.
You just shrug and you go, fucking deal with it.
Must suck to be poor. Yeah, that's the other thing too, is I generally don't watch game marketing because game marketing is always entirely lies and also lies.
Eons of Battle asks, does magnet storage work well for air travel? It's the best argument I've seen for foam cases. I think your mileage may vary because like it depends how strong of a magnet you use in your models and how many magnets you use. I have traveled with magnetic storage for my models, and in the actual transit, they were fine. But when TSA is tasked with putting the case in the scanner and running it through the scanner.
It fits, okay? It fits. Just push harder.
Yeah, so TSA fucked my case in the security scanner, but that would happen in any case. But the model survived.
No. The TSA made it very clear that wasn't their machine.
Right, no, yeah, they did, yeah.
My machine didn't do that.
I wish I had something filming at that moment, because it was ridiculous. If you guys don't know the story, I put a metal case in a security scanner. I had to really go to the bathroom. They let me go to the bathroom. I came back to the scanner, and there was some commotion. Someone stuck a cane into the scanner to pull something out. I had no idea what it was. It was my case. It got totally fucked. It got stuck in the scanner. The whole metal frame got bent and destroyed. The models inside were fine, so that was awesome. But yeah, I then the guy was like, take this over to my manager. He'll tell you what to do to get compensated for this broken thing. I brought it over to the manager, and the first thing that guy says to me is he said, "My machine can't do this. You must be lying." Or I was so like just taken aback. I was like, I was sent over here by one of your fucking employees, you dumbass. I didn't even know what to say. It was insane. After I had convinced him that I didn't break this thing and walk over to him, he gave me a website. And that website, ladies and gentlemen, was tsa.gov.
Yeah.
Thank you. Fucking A. Man, that made me so angry. But it didn't matter because...
Yeah, the case was damaged, but the models were all fine. Also, if you want to reinforce, you're like not confident that the magnets are going to hold them down while they go through the tumble dryer that is shipping and air travel, you can always stick them on the metal plate, and then also around the bases put down like poster tack.
Yeah.
As like, my magnets should be strong enough, but here's a little extra insurance.
Sure, yeah. That's definitely fair, though. I would say I would be concerned about air travel with magnet storage, especially if you wouldn't check a bag with magnetic models. That'd be ridiculous. But yeah, I'd be concerned too. I've only ever done it once and it worked, but I wasn't comfortable doing it. I did. HUD, I did contact a case, and they did give me another one, so that was actually awesome.
Did you throw away the damaged one?
I did, yes.
See, you should have framed it, made it into art.
Honestly, yeah, I should have. It was crazy. Scott definitely isn't still traumatized by this. I was just so upset with the fucking manager who was like, this was not my fault. And I was just like, you a fucking asshole. Like, you don't know fucking goddamn shit. You're just assuming everything. I was so irate. But I kept it together, and we eventually got the tsa.gov link, so thank God for that. Is it still fucking sweaty in here, dude? I'm gonna mute my mic for a second.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it got a lot cooler in here. He's double muted, chat. I mean, as the thought, he did say he really had to go to the bathroom. He just said it in a more sanitized way.
I was actually surprised they let me go to the bathroom. Like, I was in the security line, and like they were like, "Yes, you can leave and come back." And I was just like, "What?" Like, I didn't know that was possible.
Wonklebonk subscribed to Tier 1.
Wonklebonk!
Moving us towards that first CMON Expo bag giveaway.
27 subs. At 50 subs, we're giving away a giant gift bag from CMON. At 80 subs this stream, we're giving away the second bag. Get those subs in, y'all.
There's only one thing worse than a full cavity search, Mike Genie. It's a full cavity search when someone really needs to go. Yeah, you know what, Captain McLean, that should be my go-to response to Scott whenever he's having issues with anything. Is our machine can't do that.
The kitten, thank you for gifting a sub.
Why isn't my airbrush blowing paint? I don't know. Our machine can't do that.
All right, I don't want to show you all the Inquisitors I painted, but I want to show you one. I can't help myself because I was so hyped with one of them. Hey, where'd you go? Oh, you're over there. All right, so this Inquisitor I'm going to show you. This is my third sister with a second sister's head that I foolishly thought was Reva's actual helmet, but it's not. This one, oh, hello, gifted subs. What did I just walk back into? 10 gifted subs from Megalodon. Thank you so much, sir. If you got a gifted sub from Megalodon, let him know in the chat. Thank him.
Goopster, Maker and Geek, Cryofang, Wad Tomaton, Garrett's 509, Seraphin, Jimmy YC71, RG-Man84, and Jay from Eons of Battle.
Hey.
And Dino Diner. All got subs from it. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
3 subs.
This paint job took me 1 hour and 56 seconds.
I kick ass for the Lord.
That's pretty fast.
Pretty fast. This is the longest one. Broadsword Wargaming, thank you for the sub. Get your subs out. Appreciate it. You guys are being awesome. I did another one. Another one took me 52 minutes. The other one took me like 55 minutes. So they were all very close to an hour. But I was the most happy with this one.
Why does the lightsaber get brighter towards its base?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they'd be bright at the ends too. But there isn't a whole lot of room to blend on this thing, so I just kind of I worked with what I had, which is a linear blend versus one that's, I don't know, what you call it, radial. That's where the bulb is. Yes, this is 1 hour. Maybe it was like 1 hour and 10. Maybe I missed. I mean, I had the timer running the entire time.
Did you do the base separately, or?
So yes, the base was not part of the timing.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. So that's important to know. But everything else, the decals also were not timed.
What?
The rock and stone.
But the paint job was the model.
The base, yeah, rock and stone, baby. What is going on with the base? I want to see that better. Is that supposed to be lava?
No, it's a little bit harder to tell. It's easier to understand what's going on when you see the entire unit together, like in context. But this is supposed to be red marble. But Riva, she's on this bizarre like this thing that she's standing on is part of the model, not part of the base. And so it doesn't really work very well on what I wanted to do. Because it's just like standing on some kind of debris. But there wouldn't be like debris on top of red fancy marble. So I was considered chopping her off of this thing, but then she'd be like facing down too much. So I didn't end up doing that. But yeah, it looks weird on her base especially. But yeah.
Hey, guess what? While you weren't paying attention and explaining your paint job, we got 6 gifted subs from Wonklebonk and another 5 from Tattooed Tabletop.
Fucking hey,
so we're starting that first CMON Expo bag giveaway.
Let's fucking go. Okay, we're giving away one of these giant bags. We got another one next to us too. We're giving away at 80 subs. Yeah, it's got all kinds of cool stuff in it, like a giant Simon dice, promo models. We already went through it.
Yeah.
But yeah, let them know the deal.
The deal is !moist in the chat to enter. Please do not enter if you're in a location that doesn't allow you to enter random giveaways. I don't know what areas do and don't, but generally speaking, the United States does. There are a couple of exceptions. We don't restrict it otherwise, but we do thank everyone for their support. We're going to do another giveaway in another 30 subs. And yeah, it's going to run for 15 minutes. You got to be a follower. Don't have to be a subscriber. I just need to be able to send you messages. And you got to be here when the drawing happens. And yeah, we started keeping track of winners a few months ago. You know if you can't enter again. That's what I have to say.
It was very recent.
Yeah.
All right. Need to grab some
Mike
gold.
Genie says that policy is horseshit. Mike Genie is a VIP.
Mike Genie, are you coming to the next Adepticon? Because I owe you at least a handshake.
I think what's going to happen is he's going to come to the next Adepticon, and then I'm going to tell him that he's not allowed to get Portillo's again.
Hell yeah. Awesome. HRE Parabola. Thanks to the Prime sub.
All right, and I need to modify our goal for the next one.
You can just keep this one going at 51.
Well, I'm just doing this.
Okay. Evan, remember how I said I was going to play MCP with you?
Yeah.
Can we just change that agreement to Shatterpoint?
How about we do MCP versus Star Wars? We just each play the other game.
Okay.
We see what happens.
Okay, sure.
You can be like, yeah, so I win the Shatterpoint, and I'll go, what the fuck is that?
The struggle, dude.
Sure. So anyway, Juggernaut pushes your guy off the board.
Juggernaut throws a building onto the third sister.
Megalodon Jaws says, the best part of going to Roseville was Portillo's and that family-style meat place Scott from The Source took me and Adam to. I assume that you're talking about the dinner on Friday night where we went to Lindy's Steakhouse.
Oh my god, you went to Lindy's Steakhouse, dude?
Hell yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, we delivered on the full Murica experience.
You really fucking did. Wow.
That was so that dinner was originally planned just for Mickey and Brick.
Man, you took that poor guy to like the worst restaurants.
What are you talking about? Lindy's is the best.
No, it fucking isn't, dude.
Lindy's is awesome.
It is a shitty steakhouse for people with terrible taste in meats.
Scott's wrong.
It's for a bunch of 60-year-old people that like steak. That's what it's for.
Yes. That is a good thing.
If you want your food swimming in melted butter, you go to Lindy's.
Yes. And I do when I want a traditional American steakhouse type dinner.
Oh my god, dude.
Where you just get the biggest goddamn steak possible.
Oh my god. I cannot believe you took them to Lindy's.
Hell yeah. It's more beef than they've ever seen in their life.
I cannot believe it. I was just talking shit about Lindy's like 2 days ago, I swear. No, I get it though. It's a supper club, right? That's the vibe that you wanted to go for?
Huh?
You wanted to go for the supper club vibe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just the outrageous amount of meats.
Outrageous amounts of meats.
Yeah. Lummox, you got it. What's wrong with butter?
Nothing is wrong with butter. I like butter a lot. But it when it becomes the main ingredient in a dish.
Wrong. Whatever you're about to say, you're wrong.
All right. You guys can go to Lindy's when you come to Roseville and let me know what you think. I will say, though, that steakhouses in general are not... They're just not my vibe because they just cost way too much money and like they don't make a good enough steak to charge that amount of money. So in general, steakhouses are I don't tend to go to them.
I mean, I don't order steak at restaurants, generally speaking, for that reason. I can make as good a steak at home. But if I'm going to bring people who have come here from Singapore and the UK to something that's like, check this shit out, something like that is very high on the list.
Holy shit.
Yes. Yeah, but if you go to Brazilian steakhouse, Mike Genie, you don't get the steak, you eat everything else.
Yeah, Brazilian steakhouses are cool. I do like that because you do still pay steakhouse prices. I mean, like, in some cases, you pay less than steakhouse prices. Then you just eat as much beef as you want. I'm cool with Brazilian steakhouses. Lindy doesn't sound too bad. It's bad. Trust me.
It's not. It's good. Trust me.
Oh, my God, dude.
While all things food are a matter of taste, and I understand and respect Scott's perspective on this, I don't think that he's allowed to let go and enjoy the vibes, as it were, on this.
No.
Ninjon says the meat at every Brazilian steakhouse is always incredibly mid.
I feel like he's right, but the thing is that it's unlimited though, so it doesn't matter that it's mid.
Yeah, that is always the problem with like you're in college you grade on a curve. In food you grade on a buffet.
Just do more homework and get a higher grade.
That's right. Unlimited mid equals automatically good. Yeah, if you can take advantage of it.
Where do we go for food? Not mid steak. Okay, well, okay. I mean, not to shit on the United Kingdom, but anywhere you eat beef in America will be significantly better than what you guys have experienced.
See, that's just it too. Is you have to keep in mind the perspective of the tourist experience.
I'm just fucking with you, Ollie. I will give you a list of recommendations, though. I don't know many restaurants in Chicago, but I do know some in Milwaukee because I used to live in Southeast Wisconsin. And I will take you to some good places when you're here in Minnesota. Not Lindy's.
Lindy's is high on the list.
Dude, you're gonna convince him to fucking go to Lindy's.
Hey, I don't know what to tell you. I was quite satisfied.
That's all you gotta tell me.
Megalodon Jaws was quite satisfied.
I'm happy with that.
Keywords, he said, the best part of going to Roseville. There were other dinners as well, obviously. China restaurant is always the real highlight.
I'm just scanning chat here to see if anyone got triggered by my roast of beef from the UK.
Nah, they know you're right.
I am convinced there is good beef in the UK. I'm just obviously the experience I had was anecdotal.
That's just as good as real statistical evidence.
Yeah, I've heard that's the case. Yeah.
As an insurance professional, I can tell you.
All right, just slapping down a bunch of base coats on this big old hammer here, and then we will give it a good old wash of Coelia Green Shade, or maybe Draconoth Nightshade, because that's what's already out on the palette. I think for the original models, I did use Coelia Green Shade just because I like that greeny, like cold greeny look of that wash. If you want good beef, never go to a chain place. They always buy cheap import. Find a local butcher. Yeah. How do you all think UK beef is bad? Again, it was just one-time experience. I'm sure there are great restaurants.
Well, there are great restaurants, but they don't serve beef. My life for curry routinely and as good as it is in the UK. We got about 4.5 minutes left on the giveaway for that Simon Expo bag! ! Moist to enter. Please do not enter if you're not allowed to enter into random giveaways. You must be a follower and you must be here when we announce the winner so I can do the bid. Scott is currently staring off into the distance and thinking about his life choices that brought him to this point where he's not sure that he can actually stand that big American beef. What, you mean that beef that keeps getting mad cow disease? Boom! Roasted. Lindy's.
My bad, chat. Fucking, you let them know, Ollie. They don't know shit about fucking UK beef. Big American beef is my favorite American gladiator.
Truly the best thing to get confiscated at Customs Broadsword Wargaming is a bag of sausages.
Oh, all right. Let's drench this thing and wash.
A feel of beef off is in order.
Dude, let's beef off. I'm ready.
You got beef? I got beef.
We have the meats.
Yeah, that's what you should do, is bring them to Arby's.
Yeah, dude. Fucking Arby's.
I was sad I didn't get to give him the American Macca's experience. But that's fine.
Is that really different? I've never had McDonald's in another country and eaten the same thing that I would eat in America.
I did have McDonald's in the UK, but it was breakfast, so it was definitely the through the looking glass stuff. I assume the burgers are basically the same, but worse. Arby's is better than the $20 burger I had in the UK. Ninjan, signed, sealed, and delivered in our chat.
I don't know about
Damn.
that. I don't know about that.
I mean, Arby's does have that horsey sauce.
Arby's does have the meats.
And they do have the meats. Next month, we're playing for the Best Beef Award. Scott, you got to get sponsored by the USDA.
Burgers, Bugman's at GW was real good. Yeah, I had like an Indian curry thing, and it was okay. It was fine.
As a thought, I don't know how to tell you this, but you can actually get mac sauce on anything you want at McDonald's. You just tell them that you want mac sauce on it.
Fucking love that.
The real secret menu is just asking.
I think we all gotta give Ollie some credit here. He's taking this verbal beef abuse like a fucking champ. So, bravo to Broadsword Wargaming. All right, we'll do a little bit of gold highlights on the armrest. I think it's like I'm probably breaking some lore thing here by painting this dude's throne in gold and silver.
I don't know. He gives out gifts of gold and silver, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Yeah.
Or is it gifts of bronze and silver?
I think it's gold and silver. I think you're right. That's his ability's name.
Let me look it up. Make sure.
All right, let me hit it with another dry. How many dinners can we fit into 3 days? I reckon I can do at least 5 a day. Dude, I would love, seriously, I would love to take you around so much. I'd love to make food for you. We're gonna do it all, man. We're gonna fucking
It's
do it all.
gifts of silver and bronze. You gotta repaint all the gold bronze.
Should have painted bronze.
You can no longer enter the raffle. It is time. I'm picking a winner while Scott's muted. Are you kidding me?
He fucking deserves it though, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Congratulations, Ollie. You won the first big bag.
Shit's rigged.
I'm assuming you don't want me to like leave this for you to travel home with, and you'd rather me actually ship it. Is that correct? That dude, you got some fucking Bolton stuff. You mentioned you like Targ, or you like Carl like Targ and Free Folk, and you like Stark and Night's Watch. What do we have in here for promo minis?
Our
Sadly,
machine can't do that.
sadly we have a High Seneschal and Stannis Baratheon. We have Renly Baratheon. We have no promo models.
Those are the promo models. Look at them. They're in promo boxes.
I know, but there was no Stark promo, Targaryen promo.
That really was karma at work in real time.
That is, that truly was. That was.
I don't get to do the bid.
Oh, sad. I'll pass it on. Oh, you don't want
champ.
it. If you don't want it, we certainly can pass it on. Certainly.
Yeah, I can draw again.
Let us know, Ollie. It's yours, but if you don't need it, we can certainly redraw. That's it. I'm unsubbing. I don't think he's disqualified from future wins if he passes.
What is
He
best
says,
in
ooh,
life?
tough call.
Crush
You've
your
been
enemies,
so kind
see
this
them driven
past
before
10
you.
minutes.
You hear the lamentation of the women.
I kick ass
It's
for
true,
the
that is
Lord.
what's best in life. Doctor 42 just subscribed. All right. I will pick again. XR Ben SX.
Hey, that person's been in chat pretty frequently, actually. That's cool.
Sorry, I have a dumb username. I mean, it just reminds me of like old school Xbox Live and AIM and stuff.
Yeah, with the X's, yeah.
Yeah. Is XXX underscore my name XXX available? Congrats, dumb username. It was years ago and they won't let you change it. Yeah, I mean, you could just open another account and abandon this one.
Yeah, but what if he's got a bunch of things on it he wants to keep?
Truly. Valuable things linked to your Twitch.
I have no idea what that would be.
I don't
But
know. Yeah, too
I
much
assume.
work. I get that. All right, so hang on.
all right, let's get some gore on this hammer, and then we're done.
Hey,
I'm
Arben
done.
S. I'm doing the thing.
Do I already? Oh, he's doing the thing. Okay, I can't talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I typed that too. And that.
Rar means I love you in dinosaur. Jesus Christ.
I need your actual name, your address, and of course, your email. I hope that's not dumb too. I'm typing what I'm saying. For tradition.
Tradition.
Anyway, congrats on winning. And thank Broadsword Wargaming. Oh god, that's a lot of letters.
Not that it's necessary for me to paint the base black, because I'm just going to replace it. It's just nice to see the model on a black base so you can really take it all in. Let's do that. I'll take a Lindy's, thanks. Oh,
Lindy's.
We're not
We're going to Lindy's.
I'll have Evan take you to Lindy's.
I'm down. I'm DTL.
Down to Lindy's? No, I'm knocking Eric over. I'm so distraught by this.
Is the Red Lobster a real place? It is.
Wait, who's asking that? Oh my god, wait. Hold on. Do you want to go to Red Lobster? You can go to Red Lobster.
Scott, please tell me that you would take someone to Lindy's before you take them to Red Lobster.
Dude, those fucking garlic butter biscuits, bro.
You can buy those in a box and make them at home.
Yeah, and actually, they're pretty fucking good.
They are really good. That's like the one thing.
It's like kind of shocking how good they are, actually. Would I rather go to Lindy's than Red Lobster? It's tough.
No, it's not.
It's a tough one.
Stop fucking with me.
I mean, Red Lobster, I can't remember when I ate at Red Lobster last. I don't know how good the food is. I feel like I thought that food at Chili's was okay, and then I ate at Chili's like a decade ago, and I was like, holy shit. It went to shit, Chili's. I thought it was a good, then my memory was not so accurate. So maybe Red Lobster had a similar situation. It's hard to say. I might actually just keep this guy on his base and sculpt some sand around him because.
Yes, Broadsword Wargaming. IHOP is pancakes. It literally stands for International House of Pancakes.
Oh my god, dude! Ask me all of your fucking American fast food chain questions, please, Ali. I fucking love this.
I don't think either of those are fast food, but I understand your take. American chains.
American chain, sure, yeah.
In fairness, all American food is fast food compared to what service is like in the UK. That was the thing that most baffled Mickey. Was like, we ordered food and it's out in 15 minutes? What are you talking about? You're supposed to wait like 45 minutes before your food shows up. And the refills on drinks are free? Free soda?
Free sugary soda. Here's Eric, all done up. Ready to swing that hammer, either as an NCU or an attachment in my Greyjoy army.
But he's not on a beach.
He's not on a beach yet. That's correct. I tend to do all my beaches at the same time.
Yes.
Awful house.
Then he'll be sitting on a chair at the beach, and you'll need to put like a umbrella above him for the full effect.
You know what's even worse than fucking Chili's and Red Lobster? Fucking Applebee's, bro.
Rufus, kid, I drink diet soda. Applebee's is truly the worst of the chain restaurants.
Yeah, man. What a disappointment. All right, we got Eric Ironmaker version 2 done, because I've already fucking painted Eric. And now we'll paint Makoro. This is a newer NCU that came out, I don't know, when did he come out? Maybe like a year and a half ago at this point, and I've never once used him, not a single time. I think what I'll do here is, because he has a lot of fabric on him, I think I will airbrush a nice glazed color over this, maybe like a teal or something like that. I'll try to avoid hitting his beard and his chest, but inevitably I'll get some overspray. That's okay. And then I'll do some stronger highlights. Maybe we'll do Aethermatic Blue. Did you spill? Yeah. Eric Ironmaker he's actually the very first model I painted of the Greyjoy faction. And he was a victim of the resin spillage. Like a ghost? Yeah, kind of like a ghost. Oh man, I want to get some. Where should I take Ollie to get some fucking Liddy pizza?
Lindy's.
No. I'm thinking Boluto for some South American weird pizza. I'm thinking fucking my favorite chain in the Twin Cities, which is Punch Pizza.
Punch pizza, man, that surprises me.
Yeah, I like Punch Pizza. I also like Mavericks Pizza, which is kind of like New York style pizza, but not really. Yeah.
It depends on what you're after.
Borrow. Where would you go, Evan?
If you want that fancy foo-foo pizza, is Pizza Lola still open? I always thought that they were kind of Punch, but better.
Which one?
Pizza Lola?
Oh, Pizzeria Lola. I've never been to Pizzeria Lola, but that'd be cool to go, actually.
If you like Pizza Luce, I feel like Pizza Lola is that, but slightly better.
I do not like Pizza Luce.
Sorry, not Pizza Luce. Excuse me. Punch Pizza.
Okay.
It's the same sort of artisanal Mediterranean style pizza.
I think what Evan means to say is it's Naples. Oh my God. I want to say Napoleonic pizza, but that's not what it is. What's the pizza that derives from Naples? Oh my God, my brain.
Neapolitan.
Neapolitan.
It's got the 3 flavors in it, Scott.
Yeah. No, wait.
Chocolate, raspberry.
Yeah, it's Neapolitan. The only Minnesota pizza I know about is Black Sheep Pizza. Yeah, that one gets a good rap most of the time. Grimaldi's Pizza is bomb here. Grimaldi's is from New York City, isn't it? That was a pizza place. I can't remember. I'm gonna put some.
What else? What else is good pizza? Yeah, the fancier pizza, I don't have a problem with it. It's just I like eating more, and so I always feel like one pizza from Punch isn't enough.
Sure, yeah. I get that. Fucking. Like Ali said, I want to eat as much food as physically possible. I want to regret my choices. We can absolutely make that happen.
Lindy's. Lindy's is that. How about a 30-ounce steak that's 2.5 inches thick, and all the sides you could possibly want. And if you eat them all, don't worry, they'll bring out more for you.
Wow, this is not doing anything.
Yeah, our machine doesn't do that.
Seriously though. This paint isn't covering for shit, and I barely thinned it.
Yeah, Scott, our machine doesn't do that.
Okay. I get it. Oh my God, they didn't have the shirt in stock? I feel so bad. This is when you realize you should have called, and it's like, fuck, why did I drive all this way? I could have just called.
It's where you make some fair use parody gear, where it's a TSA t-shirt that says our machine doesn't do that.
Any places up there do cold cheese slices? No, that's I think that's a uniquely New York thing. The idea of a cold cheese slice came about near NYU, I think, because drunk college kids would eat pizza and then burn the roofs of their mouth because they wouldn't wait for it to cool down. And so what they do is they take a slice, they heat it up, they take cold mozzarella and they put it on top of the pizza as like a barrier of bonus cold cheese so you don't burn the roof of your mouth.
That is, it's really dumb. Like, I don't have a problem with it, but it is just objectively really dumb.
I mean, it works.
I guess. Or you could just learn your lesson and not burn the top of your mouth like a fucking idiot.
But you're drunk, bro.
Yeah, okay. And you can't blow on your food or wait 30 seconds?
I don't know. I guess not.
God damn, dude.
It's happening, Scott. Our machines can't do that.
Xanderzone 2424 is gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community. We are 22 away from the next CMON Expo bag giveaway. Don't know why it says giveaway twice, but it does. And since it does, I read it. Immediate mouth burner. It's not worth it. Yeah, sure. All right. I was also gonna say, Prize, the brewery also has very good pizza in Minneapolis.
Which one?
Prize.
Fries.
Prize. Pryes.
Pryes. I've never heard of that one. I'll check it out. Sounds cool.
Brought Mickey there. He liked it. Their food at dinner time seems to be better than their food at lunchtime, though. It's also where I went last week after the stream for my buddy Mike's birthday. Yeah, we are giving 2 bags away, but we're not giveawaying 1 bag. Lolo's. Have you been to Lolo's before, Scott?
I have not.
It doesn't ring a bell with me.
You know, I haven't been to a lot of pizza places in Minnesota, sadly. I've been to Punch, Black Sheep, Mavericks, Luce.
I don't think this is a pizza place. I think this is just... I don't know. There seems to be a couple of them. I don't know. The weird underground river? There's a secret river. There's a above ground river called the Mississippi directly next to it. Because it's on the Mississippi riverfront in Minneapolis, but...
So much for avoiding overspray on the chest.
You're good.
Okay.
As Rillin wants to know, they've been toying with the idea of getting an airbrush, but they're not sure that the price is worth the benefit. Any recommendations or thoughts?
Yes. I'm gonna get some more water in my spray bottle, and I will discuss my thoughts. What's your favorite weird snack you like? Let's talk about airbrushes first. I feel like my policy with buying things in general that are like kind of expensive is buy once, cry once. That's not very helpful. Like when you're not sure that you actually want to invest in the thing you're buying once. So it's like, because like I have no idea. Who asked that question?
As Rillin.
I have no idea if As really is going to enjoy airbrushing.
I usually paint smaller, medium-scale display pieces for context, rarely army painting.
An airbrush can be useful to any kind of hobbying.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily, I mean, obviously, like, it's easier to use an airbrush on a big thing, like a tank, but once you get a handle on it, it can really accelerate all kinds of different painting. But, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. My personal experience with an airbrush was that it was challenging. I had to go through a lot of learning and a lot of thinking about the airbrush and what it wants to do and stuff like that. So it wasn't like, I think the airbrush often gets this rap where it's kind of like a cheat code. And at least for me, it was not like that. I had to learn a lot about how to use it. But once I learned a lot about how to use it, I'm not amazing, like, I'm not like super good with it, but I feel like it definitely speeds up my painting. I mean, I used it on all of my speed paints. I don't know if you speed paint a lot. It's super useful for that. I mean, it's useful for everything, honestly. But it takes work. You got to actually like kind of learn how to use it and like what its what it wants to do, what it can do, stuff like that.
I mean, my recommendation always to someone starting out with the airbrush is it's the one thing I do recommend, get the cheapo one first. The master airbrush kits on Amazon are very affordable, and the compressor is going to be compatible with a good airbrush later if you decide you want to start doing more stuff with it. Was it HUD earlier that said, get the cheap one because people often ruin their first one? That's also true. I don't like assuming that people are going to ruin their stuff, but you've seen Scott have plenty of struggles with nice airbrushes on stream because it's a lot of really finely machined parts, and sometimes you got the wrong one or the wrong alignment, or you did something stupid or forgot paint in it or whatever, that kind of stuff. So there's nothing wrong with that, but they definitely open doors. Last night I went to paint night and then realized I couldn't paint what I wanted to paint without an airbrush. And then I was like, okay, cool. What a waste of time. I'm going home.
I don't think I've never had that thought that you just shared. I've never been like, oh man, I can't do what I want to do because I don't have an airbrush.
It wasn't that I didn't have an airbrush. It's that I could have rattle canned, but it was raining. So I wasn't going to be able to get primer in. There was like an area on this Mini that I just literally could not get a brush into. And I'm like, I'm not going to leave gray plastic in that spot. And I'm not going to try and rattle can in the rain. So I guess we're done here. Thank you, pre-assembled miniatures.
Yeah, I don't know. I think one thing that's nice about airbrushes is they're very repairable. So if you do break something, you can very easily find a part for it, buy it, and then you're on your way. So I wouldn't be too concerned about breaking stuff. Like, I'm very experienced with an airbrush, like compared to a beginner, and I break my airbrush kind of a lot, you know? Over time, you'll get a little bit of a bend in the tip of your needle, and you'll need to replace it. And maybe you might smush your nozzle, you need to replace it. That kind of just happens, and you know, honestly, it happens more now that I'm probably like caring less, and I'm like on the lookout less. So I don't know.
That's true. And yeah, if you get a quality airbrush, there's parts for them. It is pretty hard to permanently, completely turbo fuck an airbrush, but
yeah.
Regardless, it's a pretty poor experience when you get something and then you use it twice and then it stops working.
Sure.
It's like, yeah, you can fix it, but now you hate the thing. But yeah, no, I think that airbrushes are great. I also saw that Megalodon Jaws was saying I'm worried about overspray and ventilation. Just wear a mask and you're fine.
I think a mask solves a lot of like a concern with breathing in particles and stuff like that. But the only time I've ever had an issue with overspray, like getting areas in my room, like other than my painting area, is when I primed a whole army for 40K. But otherwise, I've never noticed my paint from the airbrush getting like on like a table or something like that.
Yeah, only the like immediate area of the model is that direct risk. If you've got like a Miniac brand cutting mat on your desk available at miniac.co, and you're spraying in the middle of that, you're really not going to see paint overspray anywhere but on that, like directly behind the model.
Someone in chat said that they went with the Master's airbrush and it almost discouraged them from painting altogether. So I think the operable phrase here is your mileage may vary.
That's true too.
It's hard to say, but yeah, it's
I still use my Master. It's great. I don't use it for much, but mine's been great. They are cheapo Chinese airbrushes though, so QC is not what you're paying for.
Right. So are we at 58 subs right now, or are we at...
We're at 58 out of 80.
Okay. It's covered in spray. Yeah, so is mine. Mine's covered in spray, and also I put a lot of super glue in this bottom right corner here.
Oops.
Like whenever I need a surface to put, like, if I want to like dip something into a puddle of super glue,
yeah,
it goes right here. My takeaway from this is step 1, get a Miniac cutting mat. Step 2, get an airbrush. Yes. Correct.
Hey, the Miniac cutting mat is only made from the finest, most premium cutting mat hides.
Yes. The highest quality of chemicals that are unrecyclable.
Whoa, you're telling me that it's synthetically made? I thought that it was the skin of a cutting mat.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Actually, rubber grows on trees, so do Miniac cutting mats.
That's right. Scribed and scored.
Cruelty-free cutting mat harvest.
In all seriousness, the Miniac cutting mat is very thick. It's double-sided with metric and imperial, and one on each side. Exclusive graphics.
Ooh.
And, of course, red and black always looks cool.
Always.
And black and white always looks cool, which is way cooler than the standard cutting mats that are like a boring tan or gray.
Unless you're like a Green Bay Packers fan, you get that classic green and yellow one.
That's true.
Then that kind of just works out for you.
It is literally the best cutting mat. I can engage in puffery.
Puffery. You puffing me up, dude?
Yeah. Well, I'm puffing the cutting mat up.
Okay.
Puffery is a term that says that you're allowed to say that your stuff is the best and not get sued.
Why?
Well, because, you've heard the term false advertisement before, right?
Correct.
If I say the Miniac cutting mat is the best, and then someone else says, no, this one's objectively the best, this is why, you can just say, yeah, but it's puffery, dude. We're just talking up the product. It's not an actual qualitative statement about, like, you'll see qualitative statements, which is like, we are safer than any other brand on the road today, or comparable models, or whatever, right?
Okay.
That's an actual comparative statement that, needs to be true. But America's #1 car brand? Okay. Maybe. America's favorite car brand? America's car brand? Yeah, puffery. You're fine.
Okay.
I need to learn this puffery next time I talk to my wife. Now we're talking. Hey, you can always cage your statements too. You could say the #1 husband in this household. The best husband that you have available to you.
Evan teaching us the real skills today.
Indeed.
American Miniac cutting mats are America's #1 car brand. Yes. Lindy's, America's #1 place for buttered steaks.
Hell yeah.
You always tell your wife she's your favorite wife. Yeah, that's quality. That's a quality compliment right there.
Mm-hmm.
Listen up, gents. Ooh, they got a little bit too much highlight down there.
That's true. Miniac cutting mats cannot tell your wife that she's your favorite wife.
Yeah, unfortunately. We did not...
That is not a feature supported by the product.
Yeah, we didn't get that feature in.
Our mats can't do that.
All right, got some orc surfer flesh. What's this called? Surfer orc flesh. We're just applying some highlights here to the robe to kind of like, the airbrush is good at doing like macro highlights and shadows, but it's not great at doing like the small little volumes. And so that's what we're doing now. I think we used Arkelian green from GW, the contrast paint, which is like kind of like a turquoisey green, which is why I picked a turquoisey color to do my highlighting.
We need to revamp the Miniac store so you've got testimonials. Mycelium Vein says, Miniac cutting mat saved my marriage.
There it is. I believe I do have reviews open for maybe not every product, maybe just one product. I know this because I went and looked at my course for the Duchess, and it has 2 kind of negative reviews for it, and I was like, huh, I've heard a lot of positive things about this from other people, but then the reviews on the website weren't too positive. So if you've taken the course and you are willing to do a review, go to my Miniac.co store and leave a review, positive or negative. I don't want to lead the witness here. I don't want to imply anything.
I kick ass for the
Tattooed
Lord.
Tabletop is gifting 2 more subs
God damn.
to give us a nice round 60 out of 80. That means that we only need 20 more to hit that second giveaway in one stream.
Thank you so much, Tattoo Tabletop, for the insane number of fucking subs you've gifted this stream, dude. And also just in general. Thank you, Mycelium Veins. That also works. Once I finish this video for the Star Wars Kill Team, literally all I'm doing between now and my next video, which I don't know that's coming out, is working on my course till completion. All right, that's good for, well,
I kick
let's see.
ass for the Lord.
Tubbikins subscribed to Tier 1 2 months in a row. Says, good afternoon. How goes it? On vacation this week, so just took a 2.5-hour miniature road trip to get bottles of Dirty Down Rust and Moss and a box of Kill Team Inquisitors.
Nice.
I kick ass
Mike
for the
Genie
Lord.
gifting 5 Tier 1 subs to the community.
God damn.
Mike Genie has gifted a total of 157 subs in the channel.
That is
God
incredible.
damn, dude.
That is incredible.
Kind of too late, Mike. Only 14 more to that next CMON Expo bag giveaway.
Giveaway extraordinaire.
Extravaganza.
Extravaganza. That's definitely how we should describe it. I'm just alternating right now back and forth between Scale 75 Deep Blue and Orc Surfer Flesh to get some more shadows in these very kind of shallow volumes. If you were curious on the paint usage.
Scott, Livid Code wants to know, is Scale 75 your favorite brand of paint, or is it just the brand you've used the most due to availability?
The latter. It's just available to me in that I bought it a long time ago, and it's just like in my office. It's not available locally. I think I bought it at like one of the very first Adepticons I ever went to. So, yeah, I don't know if it's like the best paint. I can use Scale 75, AK Interactive, GW, Vallejo. Yeah, those ones. I can use all those and Chimera pretty interchangeably. Like they kind of do similar things for me. At least GW doesn't. GW is more of like a satin paint range, and Vallejo is kind of like an in-between GW and all the other ones. I see Chimera, AK, and Scale 75 as all kind of like, they kind of do the same thing.
I feel like the Vallejo, the new Game Colors stuff is also incredibly matte.
Oh, it is very matte, yeah.
Feels much more like the Scale 75 and Chimera kind of offerings.
Yeah, I don't really know what I'm looking for in a paint range anymore.
You're looking for love in all the wrong places.
Yeah.
I definitely second Mike Genie's recommendations. Honestly, the Monument Variety Pack is a great deal. There's also, hang on. A friend of mine was getting into miniature painting, and I had they carry these Goblin Hut brushes at the source, and I was like, you can't keep using that trash, because he had like really, really, really bad ones, the like 10-cent type brushes. It's like, we're not going to get anywhere with you using those. And so I had him pick up one of the sets of the wolf bristle brushes from Goblin's Hut.
Oh, I've heard terrible things about those brushes.
I wouldn't go that far. I thought they were distinctly okay. They're like $30, and they're like, they're definitely better than the 50-cent Synthoids, but I feel like they're a little overpriced. But, nah.
Yeah. A lot of people seem to really enjoy using acrylic paint from Monument Hobbies.
Yeah, Scott's the big outlier.
I don't not like it. I do appreciate how Monument Hobbies actually innovated paint in a way. Like the way the paint is supposed to work, if you don't know, is it's meant to be slightly reactivatable so that you can blend highlights and shadows more easily because the pigment will reactivate with the water and subsequent paints you put on top of it. And like that has never before been advertised as a way to use a paint range. And so at the very least, they're doing something new in that regard. Although they don't really advertise that very openly, but I was told that by Jason at a convention, and so I was kind of like, oh, that's cool. I appreciate that the attempted innovation for something that's very tired and a lot of things to come out for.
Ash just donated $5.
Hey, Ash always good for a donation from Ash.
Hey, just asking for your opinion. When do you decide to use green stuff, and when do you decide to use Milliput? P.S. Cleaning up models before you paint them is the worst.
Cleaning up models before you paint them. Are you saying that you prefer to clean them up after you paint them?
Or not clean them up at all.
Oh, okay.
Big
Milliput is great, in my opinion, for filling gaps. It's very difficult to get green stuff to be flush. It always is going to require some amount of sanding, and green stuff doesn't really sand very well. Now, that being said, green stuff is definitely the method for filling big gaps. Well, I wouldn't even say that. I'd never use green stuff to fill gaps. So Milliput definitely for filling gaps. Milliput for when you need a very sharp edge on something. So say you're sculpting a axe head or a weapon blade from scratch. Like you got a little piece of styrene as an armature, and you want to sculpt a cool sword on top of it. Milliput can get hella sharp, very, very sharp. Basically, when you ever need to remove material after it cures, I would use Milliput. Just sands nicer. I would use green stuff when I would use a combination actually of green stuff and Milliput. Like 70% Milliput, 30% green stuff when I'm like sculpting new things. Like if I want to like sculpt a new knee pad or a belt or some kind of detail, I would use a combo of those things. To achieve some Hannah Montana best of both worlds situation. Just cleaning up, yeah, absolutely. It takes doing mold line removal takes forever.
Spatsnet, cleanup is less tedious to me than actual assembly. If I could never actually assemble a mini again in my life,
now we know why he likes
pay
Song
any
Fire.
cost that is affordable.
I'm gonna take some Vallejo Ice Yellow and mix it with this Orc Surfer Flesh to get a chromatic highlight for my teal here that I will put on the shoulders mostly of this guy.
Mike Genie and Rufus Kit basically said the same thing back to back. My problem with cleanup is my preternatural ability to miss a mold line and not realize until deep into the cleaning process. And then the next post. My problem with cleanup is I will always miss something. Some mold line or sprue point always survives and it sucks.
Yeah. That can happen. I just choose to ignore it.
I don't have issues with it being streaky, Heister, but Mahogany of the Bro Curl range definitely is one of the worst covering ones. But
Yeah.
I actually love that color, and I use it a lot. It's just I use it more as like a layering, glaze, tint type thing. Irish Rock, assembling Gundams is so much more pleasant than assembling anything in miniature wargaming. A kit that's actually properly designed to snap together, where the sprues are like logically designed.
I enjoy assembly.
You're a psycho.
It's just easy.
Sure.
Well, it's easy in that you don't have to think about it. Like there are literally instructions for you to follow.
That's true. There is no thought or creativity involved, but unless you're doing conversions or you're thinking about how to magnetize something or you're thinking about the fact that like, oh, if I do it this way, it's definitely going to break, so these instructions are bad.
I never felt like the instructions were bad.
I definitely have.
What kits have you assembled with bad instructions?
More than a few GW ones.
Really? Okay. I've never mistrusted GW assembly instructions.
I mean, there are assembly instructions where I just go, oh, if I make this the official way, it's going to be too fragile. Period. Yeah, that's partly a design issue. It's not an instruction issue. It's like, oh, this bird is being held up by a little like strand because it looks cool, but it also means that the first time anyone touches this thing, it's just going to break.
It's going to explode.
Yeah. The bird will actually go flying, which is very realistic, but also very bad. Yeah, perfect grid models take forever, but that's partly because they have like 1,000 bazillion pieces in them. Yeah, that's true too, coronary jump. Sub-assemblies are something that's really nice, and the instructions will never, ever tell you when it makes sense to do that. And sometimes you'll put something together and be like, you know what? This would have been way, way easier to paint if I just didn't put the shield on until later. These guys would be way easier to paint if I just wait and do the heads later.
I generally agree with heads, but man, when I'm painting anything for an army, I am never sub-assembling anything. I dislike that greatly. Just makes everything take longer. And fucking painting an army already takes long enough as is.
That's true.
So generally, whenever someone comes in chat and asks me, like, what you think about sub-assembly, I say, fuck it. Never sub-assemble your models for an army. Unless, like, you know you're going to be able to make it, like, all the way through to actually paint the whole thing. Because it really just adds to the process, like, hours and hours. Because you often paint things that you can't even see, really. And it does make things difficult. Like, I've painted my fair share of challenging faces and eyes because they're being obscured by some fucking arm or something in the way. But yeah, I wouldn't trade it.
I don't know. If you did it in a batch, I think that you could reap some real advantages there, particularly on heads. You're painting a Space Marine army and you just leave all the heads off. Put them all on one thing, do all the heads in one big batch. I mean, yeah, you're going to be on Team Fuck Eyes after that, because you're going to just be doing the stupid little power armor eyes over and over. But then you also get the advantage of being able to be like, yeah, I'm going to do this with this head and this with this head. And then you can start sticking them on models and being like, maybe this guy should have the damaged face. Or you can be like me and be like, I'll do these heads later. And then
Fucking never do them.
a few of my guys have heads.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of my Annihilators have heads. They're not painted, but they have them. I believe there are 2 painted heads in my army, and both of them are because I used the original GW head. Where we're going, we don't need eyes. Hell yeah. Yeah, Spatsnat says, I've seen people that do painting on the sprue before clipping that off. That seems like it would be difficult with the assembly. I've seen that, I used to see that a lot in the Gundam world. And I always thought it was like insane because you're going to mess up the paint job and there's obviously the spot where you cut the sprue.
Yeah, so what's the deal with that? Is there an argument for that? Because that's what I think as well. I would never do that.
I don't know, man. On the one hand, if the sprue, if you're following like the original color guides on like a Gundam or whatever, where it's like, oh, these are all the red parts, I can put that candied red paint on them right now and just do touch up on the edges later. I don't know. Maybe that makes sense. I think it's probably insanity, but something to explore in a YouTube video. I don't know.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna sit here and say that that'll never work, but it, on paper, does not sound ideal.
Foreteller Games says, "Whoa, nice setup. Thanks."
Thanks.
Yeah, I think it really just depends on the model, King Skya. Yeah, spray metallics with large flat areas with rattle can, but regular mini, no freaking way. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, if you were doing like big model kit stuff, sure. But yeah, I feel like you just clip everything off, then stick them all on twigs or whatever and hit them all at once. Ben McBradbury just joined Team Fuck Eyes. Even painting eyes, I don't think is necessary for the tabletop on a lot of models. Hell yeah.
I disagree. I think it is necessary.
Scott only thinks that because he's put so much effort into painting eyes on so many tabletop minis. And the only time that people can tell is when they pick up the mini and hold it up to their face and they go, oh, wow, you painted the eyes on this.
Yeah, which everyone fucking does. That always happens to me. Like when I'm anywhere outside, they're like, "Can I look at the model?" And I'm like, "Of course." And they pick it up and look at it. That always happens.
So you're not painting to tabletop standard. You're painting to pickup standard. Got it.
Oh, we have a new term now, chat. Pickup standard.
That's right. Yeah, it's the intermediate step between tabletop and display quality.
So this is pickup standard.
Pickup standard painting.
Okay. I love that, dude. Fondling standard? Whoa, my
Ooh.
genie, relax. No one said fondling. I'm on both sides. Am I painting a tray of 12 dudes for song? Shadowed eye holes. For shame. Am I painting the heroes? I'll do some eyes. Okay. All right, fine. Yeah, see, Atsu knows. My D&D group does that every time a new mini gets put out. Like, I mean, that's just kind of a thing. It's like when someone doesn't know about the hobby and they're like, "Oh, you painted a model? Holy shit, let me see it." And they look at it and they're like, "Oh."
Yeah, but like, if they don't know about the hobby, you can literally just like put base coats on something and they'll be like, "Wow,
Yeah.
this looks great. You did this?"
Yeah, this is true. Normies are very easy to impress.
And then you show them the one that you've got like nuanced coloring, and then that's the one that go, "Wow, this will look great when it's done."
Yeah, and then you want to kill yourself. Yeah. No, I'm very familiar.
Not yourself, them.
No, you want. I mean, okay, maybe, yeah. It's rough. That's a rough one right there. Am I shamed or am I fine? A little bit of both, you know. A little calm man, calm
Shame.
B.
Fine. You live in a state of superposition.
All right, what should I paint the inside of his cloak? Maybe a brown?
That sounds boring.
Well, it's on the exterior of the model, so I don't want it to be an exciting color because it would attract you to the outside of the figure.
Break the rules, Scott. Bright red.
No, I'm not going to do that.
You should have like pinstripes and like sick old school car muscle flames. Muscle car flames. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I'm hearing muscle car flames, a Megalodon saying hot pink, Sluggernaut says red. Yeah, we're going to paint it black. So, I'm sorry.
Rufus, you're kind of correct. That was a perfect example of the contrast between Scott and Evan. Evan immediately goes to violence against others. Scott immediately goes to violence against himself.
I suppose so. Yeah, that's the fated question.
I got aggression coded in, buddy.
Is this model done? It's like, oh. It hurts. It hurts every time.
It does hurt, but my reaction to that pain is anger. You have caused me harm, and now I will return in kind tenfold.
And now you must die.
Mm-hmm. Believe it or not, straight to jail. Yeah, pretty much. Sluggernut says, Scott, what color should I do? Everyone, cool colors. Scott, black.
I mean, when it comes down to it, I'm going to paint the model look good. And if you don't give me a good suggestion, I'm just going to do whatever I want to.
It is a good suggestion. It would look sick as hell.
Hot rod flames, dude?
Yeah, dude, look at the bottom of his thing. He's already got like almost hot rod flames.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, he has hot rod flames on his cuffs, too.
They should be like a bright hot roddy color. Doesn't have to be red. It could be like a bright yellow.
Evan, I don't paint for fun, okay? That's not what we do here.
Klobenheister says hot rod flames are lore accurate.
Hot rod flames are the new black. Yeah, we'll do hot rod flames in the base frame. That's what we'll do. Okay. What up, Kara? This guy's coming along fast. Yeah, he's a quick one. Not a whole lot going on. I mean, honestly, a lot of the song minis don't have a lot going on. Baneline Greyjoy's got a bit more. Kara, I heard that you were interested in playing A Song of Ice and Fire, and that you like Free Folk and Targaryen. Is that correct? Vince would say teal is the answer. That is true. Teal is very often a good answer. So I
should
agree
do
with you.
pinstripes. I think the people agree that there should be pinstripes.
Pinstripes. Ooh, see, pinstripes can work, as Mike Genie knows. But it's got to be on the right kind of person. And if that person's name is Glorio Van Elton III, then it's the fucking right choice. Save the hot rod.
I didn't think about it until you just said it, but that's absolutely true.
Yeah. What do you think about generally painting the base rim a thematic color for whatever mini? Generally, I'm all about black base rims. But I could be convinced to do the occasional gray or maybe even silver.
There's also, in Song, I think there's actually a strong argument to not do black.
Why is that?
Because you put them in trays, and so if you paint them to color match your trays, they blend into whatever terrain you put on the tray itself.
Yeah, you could do that.
It obviously depends on what you're doing for your actual trays, but like for me, I've got like my spring in South Dakota kind of look going on, and so my bases match that, where I've got a lot of tufts and a lot of wet mud, and then the base rims are also that same like wet mud color.
Okay.
So, but yeah, if your trays are also black, then paint them black.
I need brown.
You need brown, and we need how do I do math?
Math.
14 more subs.
14 more subs for the next giveaway of bag number 2 of the Simon gift bag from Simon Expo at in Roseville, Minnesota, which was what 2 weeks ago, maybe now.
Not even.
A week and a half.
Yeah, it was pretty sick.
All right.
My favorite part was that it was here.
Yeah, that was nice.
It was very comfortable.
In the interest of having this whole model be very cold, I'm going to base coat the skin in navy blue and then begin my progression of skin up from there. I think Makoro has dark skin, and so navy blue is like a pretty perfect place to start from.
If you want cold colors, you can just use ice yellow for those flames.
Hey. I might just do it for the meme, you know.
It's working.
It's working. What if I paint them gold? Is that okay?
That's boring.
Is that not what the fuck?
Metallic trim is played out. You need a sick fade, bruh.
Electroluminescent wire rims? Whoa. I'm gonna intentionally not paint the face in dark blue and base coat it instead in my first layer color, with the hopes that lifts everything up to be lighter on the face. Neon green rims? Come on, chat.
How about we embrace the rainbow, and each one of the points is a different color on the spectrum. You could even wet blend them together.
Wow.
Because then it's Marok's Technicolor Dreamcoat. Or is it Marok? I don't know what his name is.
Oh my gosh. Pearlescent? Hey.
The thing is you need to give him a big and bold paint job to encourage you to play him.
Why? No. No, I'm encouraged.
Sure you are.
I'll play him in the next game. Hey, anything is going to be better than fucking Baron Black Tide. So I will play literally anything. I mean, I did just fine without Baron. You know, and my Balon NCU and my Baron NCU could have been literally any other NCU, and that game would not have changed. So we're good. Black is not a color, Scott. It's a shade. Do you smell what Morocco is cooking? Nice. Pearlescent, though. Pearlescent could be cool for the flames. I don't know if I have a pearlescent paint, though. I have like an additive. I could add. Oh, you know what?
You don't have Turbo Dork laying around here somewhere?
I actually don't. I don't know if I have a color shift paint. I must have a color shift paint somewhere.
I heard those got banned by Green Stuff World.
Oh, right. Yeah. No one's allowed to do it.
Yeah.
What I have is
Patented?
I have like white. I have like white metallic, which basically is like pearlescent. But
We invented the idea of using bass boat paint on minis.
they've invented a lot of ideas over at Green Stuff World. It's actually impressive how many hobby ideas they've come up with. It's almost like they steal the ideas from other people and then just rewrap them in a new skin and sell them.
Yeah, and then turn around and fuck with the original makers of those ideas.
Yeah, it's almost like that is what's happening.
I don't know. I can't explain it.
Yeah.
We
Crazy.
need some sort of scientific study on
It's
it.
crazy how prolific one company could be, actually.
They didn't even invent the idea of being a patent troll. That is true.
Oh my god. Is that why Hub Hobby is not restocking Turbo Dark? As far as I'm aware, Green Stuff World only has a patent in Spain, and the story we're referring to is when they lashed out against Vallejo.
Yeah, Vallejo called them color shift paints, and then they were like, you can't call them that, and Vallejo was like, okay, and they recalled the boxes and changed the name. Turbo Dork, they have it at the source as well. I just think that they did an initial big wave of stock, and then like suppliers just haven't gotten more paint or something like that, because the source is also just terminally out of some colors. So I don't know.
I don't know.
Makeup technology to make Turbo Dork. Okay.
Makeup?
A, I don't know what that means, and B, sure.
Makeup technology?
Makeup technology.
Just hitting these cuffs with an off or a desaturated blue. It's kind of like a darker version of Bearing Blue. I don't know what happened to my Bearing Blue. And so I've been using this color a lot lately, which is like very similar but darker, and it's called, oh, there's no chance I'm gonna be able to find this color. My desk is a fucking wreck right now. Anthracite gray. Anthracite? Anthracite?
Anthracite.
Anthracite? You decide in chat.
Time to go to how'd you say that now?
Yes.
Rather, how Jay say.
Wait,
The
what?
makeup industry is huge, so the paint companies are using their innovations. I'm pretty sure that they've got those patented, and they get sued.
I'm pretty sure Green Stuff World came up with everything they sell. So I don't know about the makeup industry.
Oh, yeah, thanks, Sluggernaut. That clears it up. Sluggernaut says it's obviously anthracite, not anthracite. So
Oh, of course. Yes.
anthracite is a type of coal.
Oh.
Okay.
You know, the more you say anthracite, the more that kind of sounds right. So we'll go with that.
It sounds right for one specific reason.
Because it is right?
Yeah.
Wait, how did you just gain all this confidence suddenly?
Scott, you know me.
I guess. Well, normally your opinions are based on some kind of research or experience.
Yeah, my research is I said it, and therefore it's correct. I only speak the truth, which
There.
means that whatever I say must be true.
I speak, therefore I am. Wait, what's the phrase?
I think, therefore I am.
think, therefore I am.
Yeah, this is a different kind of rationalization.
Okay.
I'm the GSW of this chat, sure. It's funny. It's good. I like it. That's what we should start seeking out for sponsors for the stream.
Great stuff. Laura.
Evan's confidence today is sponsored by. Brush rinser thing. Oh yeah, that thing.
The little, the thing you add to your cup, or the.
I think they mean the little thing that it's like one of those pet watering dishes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That has like the flush mechanism.
Yeah.
So you can always be washing your brush in the cleanest water.
Always be washing. It's a brush toilet.
It is the brush toilet for sure. The brush flusher. It would be a lot cooler if it had like a little speaker built in, and every time you did it, it went and made a toilet noise. I'd be way more down.
Like an 8-bit toilet noise.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, yeah, exactly. Like the Halloween decorations that laugh at you when you walk by or whatever.
Yeah,
It's like the audio file might be high quality, but it's just not capable of replicating anything. Mike Genie? Oh, okay. You bought one of the cheapo, not actually GSW ones. Still, buying that.
Not allowed.
You know what? You can spend your money on whatever you want.
Nope.
But what I would recommend is instead of spending $4 on a cheapo one from Temu, spending $4 on a sub on our channel for September, moving us towards our giveaway goal this stream.
For one of these big boys! In 14 subs, some other lucky winner, that's not Ollie, wins this.
And we've got about 25 minutes left to get that thing started.
Ollie is still here. I didn't think you'd still be here. I want to win. You won and you gave it away.
Hey, he could win the second drawing. There's like a 1 in 100 chance or whatever based off of entries. That would be nuts.
Oh God, Jesus Christ! We just splooged all over the wet palette. Whoops. All right, I was using kind of a yellowy brown. wasn't super keen on it, so I grabbed something called brown red. Let's see if this ends up looking better. Now I'm not gonna keep all of the blue recesses around. That'd be insanity. He's got a very chiseled chest here. And if I leave all those blue recesses behind, it's just going to look a little awkward. So some of the shallower ones, I'm just going to obliterate. I'm just going to run right over them. But the very deep ones, I'll keep the tiniest amount of blue.
Tattooed Tabletops trying to get things started, gifting another sub.
Tattooed Tabletop has got a lot of disposable income, and he gives it all to me. And I love him for it. Prison Mike! Some of the fan art has a lot of red, either tattoos or face paint going on for Makoro. Okay.
Yeah, you know what the face paint is?
Nope.
Sick hot rod flames.
Oh my God. I thought that's actually what Mike Genie was getting at. He was like, actually, the concept art has hot rod flames. And I was like, fuck, okay. Well, I guess we're doing hot rod flames now.
I kick ass for the
The
Lord.
Bug King gifting a sub.
The Bug King! Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Just like Alton Brown's stand mixer. What? GSW here.
Kick ass for the
You're
Lord.
talking about anything to do with miniatures. This entire stream is going to get a season assist.
Tubbikins also gifting a sub. We're moving towards that goal. We're at 69.
Tattooed Tabletop stopped drinking a year ago and resulted in Mini and Miniac support. Well, I appreciate it, man. Also, if you're, I don't know if you had like a sobriety thing or anything like that, but if that was a struggle of yours, congratulations. I'm happy to hear that maybe it's still going well.
And if it's not a sobriety thing, that's cool too.
That's cool too, yeah.
Yep. We appreciate you making slightly better life choices and supporting us.
Yeah.
Not that much better though.
trying to paint under these very defined muscles just because I just want to leave behind a very small amount of blue. Just enough to define this fucking guy's just, God, man, look at this guy. He is jacked. Jesus.
It's because he doesn't eat.
That's what
he
it is.
just drinks salt water.
Yeah, that's what it is. You're right. Got our mini daddy now? You fucking better believe it, dude.
Hell yeah.
Why did everyone say nice in chat? I fucking love it, but I don't get it.
69.
But where? Where was the 69?
We're at 69 out of 80.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Nice.
He has tapeworms from eating fish. You know what? Don't remind me. I saw a video from Hank Green the other day where he was like talking about the naturalistic fallacies, like, you know, where people are like, it's natural, so it's good. He's like, just Google tapeworms and bears. I've never regretted seeing something so much in my life. It's just bears walking around the woods with like 30-foot-long tapeworms coming out of their ass.
Oh, God.
Also,
Jesus Christ.
PhD Awful Paint gifting 5 subs.
Thank you, PhD Awful Paint. I'm so glad that Evan's job is the one to figure out how to pronounce your names because, man, I was
pretty sure I got that right.
I think
it could
you did.
also
I
be
think you did.
Awful Paint.
That's the thing. If I were the one pronouncing it, I would have gone Awful Paint. So I'm just glad that I don't have to do it.
Now, I'm sure that they're going to type in chat that it's pronounced Awful Paint. Or rather, they're going to just type out PhD Awful Paint, and then it's like, thanks.
Thanks.
It's actually pronounced Steve. Yeah, all right.
I kick ass for the Lord.
Godly Banana Lord. Gifting a tier 1 sub. 5 away.
5 away, and we're about 30-ish minutes away from the stream being done. I think we're going to hit it.
Oh, we're definitely going to hit it.
We're definitely going to hit
I know, because Travel Cedric just gifted 10 subs.
it. Woo! We fucking did it, stream! We're getting rid of these bags. They're not going to be on my floor anymore.
I kick ass for the Lord.
And Broadsword Wargaming also gifted a sub.
Thank you guys so much, honestly. The subs are amazing on Twitch. It's really cool.
All right.
All right.
Exclamation mark moist in the chat to enter, please. Only enter if you're in a locale that lets you enter into random giveaways. Must be here at the end of the drawing, which is in 14 minutes and 50 seconds. Giving away that Simon Expo bag giveaway.
Giveaway.
Yeah. What else do I normally say? Oh, yeah, you got to be a follower so I can send you a message. You don't have to be a subscriber.
Like, literally, our mechanism for picking a winner only looks at followers. So if you don't follow the stream, you will not win, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Just to be clear about that, it's not just for the messaging thing. You will not even be drawn.
Yeah, it's a requirement of the thing to be able to pick it. Obviously, following costs you nothing. You just have to
And then
be
you get to
signed
watch
in and
more of this
click.
beautiful stream.
Yeah, you'll get notifications when we go live.
And you'll be here in October when me and Ollie and Kara from Broadsword Wargaming are playing fucking Blood Bowl on Saturday. And Evan gets to fulfill his dream of running a game stream on the weekend.
I'm so excited.
So we can see that the numbers are just as bad.
Hey, the numbers will be a little better because we'll do it during the day.
Yeah. No, I'm sure that'll be more views because our game stream goes until like fucking 11 at night.
Yeah, it's rough for people on the East Coast to watch our game stream, let alone people that are, 6 hours ahead or whatever.
Yeah.
Also, it's on a Saturday, so less people will be stuck at work or whatever, theoretically. Theoretically.
I have a paint
Blood Bowl hype.
Blood Bowl hype indeed.
Also, Ollie says, I'm sexy, so people will watch. True.
I fucking love that. Awesome.
I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to your visit. We need more visitors.
Wow, man, I was looking back at the podcast, which is a pretty good barometer for like the visitors, and we have a lot of guest episodes of the podcast. Like there are a lot of people that come to visit. It's really cool, actually.
That's true, but I feel like we haven't done that great this year because Vince didn't come out.
Yeah, what the fuck, Vince?
Come on, man.
You owe me, dude.
Also, is VinceCon happening this year?
It is December 7th, I believe. Vince wants us to all paint the same display model
Oh yeah, I remember this idea.
so we can all see how our different styles look on a different mini. All right, so now I have added, or I've mixed in some of this other brown color that I had out. It's dark rust. And it looks pretty dang close to my color already. If I can pull this up to the palette. So this is what I was using to base coat the flesh. This dark brown red color. And then I mixed it in to this dark rust color. And it's a pretty good highlight for this brownish red skin tone. I'd love to visit for a game of AOS or something. Oh, you wanna come and destroy me in Age of Sigmar tattoo tabletop? Is what you wanna do? I mean, you're allowed. You're allowed. You can teach us how to play the game.
So Scott, you need to pick up those vampires for Blood Bowl, assemble them, and paint them before the stream. You know that, right?
I think I'd probably rather just paint my already assembled Athelorn Avengers.
Oh no! We got rid of those. I took care of that.
You're the vampire guy. You gotta do vampires.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to actually learning how to play the game because last time we had Paul teach us, he didn't really know how to play, and it was kind of just chaos.
Well, that sounds like he knew how to play because Blood Bowl is also kind of just chaos.
That is true. That is very true.
Ignorant question, Jimmy Hayes says. Is Blood Bowl anything like Guild Ball?
Nope.
In the sense that you are playing sports teams, yes.
Yes. But it could not be further from each other in terms of like actual game mechanics. And...
No, I mean it could. I'm gonna take umbrage with your wording.
It could be further, yeah.
But it's pretty damn far.
Yeah.
One is like designed to be on the very reliable end, and one is very designed to be on the unreliable end of the dice wargaming spectrum.
I'm very excited to hear Ollie's opinion of Blood Bowl as someone who is like very enthusiastic about it. Like I really want to hear like his thoughts. Because like I'm beginning to understand that people have different thoughts about war games than me. Crazy, I know. But I always love to dig into people's thought processes to see like why they think the way they think. Like I'm curious, Ollie, if you're still here, what do you think of Blood Bowl as far as it being a competitive game? I'm curious if you have thoughts on that. HUD says, did you ever back that game with Trent about Tavern Vault? No, we didn't. That was a game we were going to work on together. Which this is another thing that has made me feel bad about the whole game designing process. In the first gaming video I made, or the one about making my own game, I said that me and Trent were going to collab together in the next episode. And part of the reason why another episode hasn't come out is because we are really struggling to find an opportunity. Really, I'm struggling to find an opportunity to do that video, that collaboration, because it's going to be a decent amount of work. And I don't think I would be able to get it sponsored on the channel, and I have obligations to Kickstarter and obligations to actual sponsors at the moment. So I don't know when we're going to make that video, but I want to. I keep thinking about fucking that volleyball miniature war game, and I keep coming up with more and more great ideas for the game. So I think it'd be a lot of fun to try it out. Game design is hard, says the Bug King. I agree, and it's easy to make a game that is full of holes. I fucking bet. Did we get Retro Evil Inc. for the sub?
No, but you did just now. As someone who criticizes game developers all the time, no, game design is obviously very easy.
It's tricky.
It is tricky. There's also a lot of it that's wishy-washy and very subjective, and then there's some stuff that's very objective. But where they bleed together, God help you.
Makoro's got a nice big old face that's wide and open and not blocked by anything. This will be fun to paint. Methinks.
Megalodon Jaws says, I've designed 5 games, and it's more work than my day job.
Damn.
I don't know what your day job is there, honestly, because we didn't get a lot of chance to interact, but I assume that there's some amount of Venn diagram.
Is Megalodon Jaws the guy who was from Singapore?
No, Megalodon Jaws is Pete.
Pete?
Simon.
Pete, really? Oh, you told me your name was shark-based. What up, Pete?
Yeah.
Okay, now everything just clicked.
Indeed.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, Pete's cool. He was off in the actual CMON Expo for most of the event.
Yeah, just casually, the North American sales director for CMON is just in the chat. That's fucking badass. I feel like the hardest part of game development is when you finally launch it and people always find a way to break it. Yeah, okay, there was this thing. I want to read this thing from my book that was like, I felt so hurt in this moment.
While he's doing that, I'm going to remind you guys that the giveaway is currently going. We've got about 6 minutes left, ! Moist to enter into the CMON Expo bag giveaway, where we're giving away a bag from CMON Expo. Please don't enter if you're in a location that doesn't allow you to enter random giveaways. We can't easily police that. You must be a follower to enter the giveaway. And you must be here at the end of it. Again, about 6 minutes away.
Founder of Bezier Games, Ted Alsbach.
Oh my God, Broadsword Wargaming just wrote you an essay.
Oh my God, apologies for teasing that. Blood Bowl has become my game. I didn't play for the first 30 years, but got into it a few years ago. I went and played the Euro Bowl for Ireland this year, an 8-man team event. I had a great time. I think I had a steep initial learning curve, and then when you get to the upper end of the skill, it'll be the same. There are several players you can make, but there are several players...
Plays.
Several plays you can make, but you have to know them to know them, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so it's not super clear based on the way the rules are written. As far as competitive game, it's brilliant. Okay, then we're gonna have a great conversation on the podcast. And I'm not saying that in a threatening way at all. Like I
can't wait to destroy you in debate.
Nope, I'm not saying that because like I'm really coming to understand that people enjoy war games for different reasons, and like it's always fun to learn new things, and so I can't wait to hear your thoughts.
I mean, the psychographic profile thing is like it's astrology bullshit, but it's also absolutely true. The difference between Timmy's, Jimmy's, and Spike's, and what you enjoy in a game, and why you play games and stuff.
Timmy's, Jimmy's, and Tammy's.
Yeah.
Johnny's and what's the female?
Jenny's? I can't remember. Jonies?
Joni?
Tattooed Tabletop says, can't wait to destroy you in debate, then destroy your insides at Lindy's. Hell yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to find this.
Come on, Scott. It's the most important quote in the whole book.
It's not necessarily, but it...
To you.
I really liked it, yeah.
I've done 2 Blood Bowl leagues, and there can be a lot of feel-bad moments with dice. There can. A lot of our guys at the store are doing a Blood Bowl league again. And like one of the first games of the season, one guy like lost like 4 players.
Ouch.
Just like, oh yeah, he fell over. Oh, what's this wound roll? He died. Okay, next guy. Oh, he died. Oh, what's that? Serious injury? Sweet, out 3 games or whatever it is. And then the next one, oh, he died. Cool.
Okay, here's what I got. This is from Gil Hova. Gil Hova has made Wordsy, Battle Merchants, The Networks. So the way this book works, this is called the Board Game Design Advice. They ask the same 10-ish questions to a bunch of different developers. And there are personalities. Some of them are hard asses. Some of them are really nice and kind. Some strike a balance. Gil is more of a hard-ass one, and he has a long answer for this question, but what he says is this. Here is an inevitable truth. Once you get past that bad playtest, you have to deal with publisher rejection, production delays, negative reviews, disappointed players, clearance sales, and daily notifications of your game appearing on auctions and trade lists. And that's all regardless of whether your game is successful or not. And I never thought about that. I never thought about like being a developer and going to a game store and seeing your game in the discount bin and like how that would make you feel. But like there are a lot of moments in game design that are challenging, and I feel like Gil like listed quite a few that I had never even thought of. Like I would feel so bad, and it would happen if I ever made a game like that. You just can't avoid it. Like people are gonna hate your game, they're gonna review it negatively. It's gonna not sell in certain stores where like the meta isn't like, or like the interest isn't there, and it's gonna go on discount, and like all that shit's gonna happen, and it's all gonna make you feel bad. So like basically his answer to the question of, here was the question, what would you tell a designer that just experienced a really discouraging session of playtesting? And his answer is essentially, fucking get over it. There is way worse shit that's coming down the pipeline.
But you know what's good shit that's coming down the pipeline?
The end of the stream?
No, the giveaway. Got about 90 seconds left to enter that CMON Expo bag giveaway! !Moist in the chat to enter.
Reading Rainbow. Sorry, yeah, I just wanted to read that one excerpt. It got me. That's why Evan's confidence code, please help me to get a discount on BetterHelp today.
Evan's confidence is sponsored by BetterHelp and the Merriam-Webster Dictionary.
Looking so nice, thank you. It's gonna look really nice when I recess shade all of these flames and then paint them a color that remains to be seen. That will be a transformative moment.
Blood Bowl is so good, but it can be very salt-inducing, especially while learning it. Just know that all of the teams are not necessarily designed to be balanced, but a good coach can really pull through the season. It shows how good you can manage a team. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. I just bought dwarves because dwarves are cool, and then I learned that everyone hates playing against dwarves because they're just the shutdown faction.
Oh, you picked the Nope faction?
Yeah, apparently so. Like the guys that are just the best at blocking, and that's like what they do. I block. #I block. But they looked cool, and they're dwarves.
It's on brand for you to paint dwarves, so I'm not gonna fault you for that.
You know, so I found my second Age of Sigmar army.
Did you?
I did.
Is it dwarves?
It is, but it is not.
Unsurprising.
But it is not one of the, because I don't like the Fire Slayers are cool, but they don't have a lot of units and they're kind of boring. The Cities dwarves are obviously kind of on the outs now with the new Cities book and everything's racist in it. And then the Carriage Run Overlords don't do it for me. Steampunk dwarves ain't working. But I'll tell you what, Steampunk dwarves get a lot cooler when they're piloting mechs. And somebody, I can't remember the creator's name on My Mini Factory, made a series of Gargant replacements that are giant, like Art Deco mechs being piloted by dwarves.
Ooh.
And I'm like, hell yeah. I can print out like 5 of these or 6 of these or whatever and have a whole nother army to play. And I can just go around smashing stuff and having big Timmy brain moments. And also get to play, like, there's one where the cockpit is a dwarf, like, it replaces the cockpit with a dwarf playing a pipe organ coming out of the top of the mech. And I'm like, that's sick. I'm so down. All right, I have to pull the winner for this. Hang on. Click pick winner. Sluggernaut.
Sluggernaut.
In chat.
Sluggernaut, tell me you're in North America. Tell me you're in North America.
I'll tell you that our first winner was in North America. Actually, excuse me, technically our second winner.
Yeah, our first winner was not. Wait, Broadsword didn't win? He Orlando. Okay, yes.
You didn't have to get that specific.
Now everyone's going to stalk you.
All right, Sluggernaut. This is great. 2 giveaways in one stream means I get to do the bit twice.
Oh, no.
I'm saying what I'm typing.
Chad, he's doing it.
I
It's
am doing.
happening.
I need you to send us your info. That info is the basic info of the info variety.
This is basically reading Rainbow.
I don't see what. Oh, God. This has to do with reading Rainbow.
Yeah, you're right.
But I do need your address, your email address. I need a better keyboard. And your full name. Chat must feel very included right now.
Everyone's winning right now.
All right, Sluggernaut, I see that you're saying you have to figure out how to DM and it may take time. There's a little section in the top right of the webpage on PC called Whispers. If you click on that, you'll see the messages that I sent. I sent them from the Miniac account. Otherwise, oh yeah, there you go. You got it. I found it. Yep. No, you're fine. Just means that you didn't interrupt my flow, baby. Like Red Lobster, Orlando is a real place. Okay.
Is someone claiming that it is not a real place?
I mean, it's certainly real. You can drive there, unlike Australia, which is a place you can't drive to and is therefore not real.
Okay. Wow. We're now making claims that Australia is not a real place.
We've made that claim on stream several times, Scott.
I think by we you mean you.
While I'm on this stream, I do represent your brand.
Oh no. Chad, do I fire Evan right now or?
All statements made on this stream are endorsed by Miniac
As
LLC.
an Australian, I can confirm.
Well, that's the key to the psyop, is that Australians think that they're really Australian.
Chat, you can't encourage Evan, okay?
You can go to Australia, it's just not really Australia.
He's got really strong brows. Almost too strong.
Too strong.
I'm defining them too much, I think.
Hey, Sluggernaut, at least you didn't post that in the chat, so you got it. You figured it out. That's a good point, Cornflake Justice. If Australians aren't real, does that make drop bears not real? Well, see, that's the thing. Is like, clearly kangaroos are real in the sense that they are bodybuilders wearing fursuits.
I can't laugh. I'm painting nostrils.
I just have to save the funniest content for when you're trying to paint the eyes.
Yes.
That helps put you in Team Fuck Eyes when your friend makes you laugh and ruin the face with bone white paint.
Okay. All right, I can breathe now.
No. You're getting confused in. Oh boy, hang on.
What's happening right now?
I'm trying to read this person's name, and my Evan.exe has stopped responding. in Escutcheon. It is supposed to have magical castles, giant monsters, and other fabulous sights, but it's supposedly hidden in the swamplands of Florida. No, my friend, Orlando is not a real place. No, you misunderstand. Orlando is a fake place. It's just a real fake place. As opposed to Australia, which is a real place, but it is a fake real place.
Whoa. Got there.
Ines Clutch Eon. What? And Ohio is real. It's just terrible, except Vince lives there, and so it's not terrible.
Okay, I'm having a hard time seeing where the hair begins and the face ends. So I'm just gonna put out some feelers here with the brush. Paint in some black. Doesn't actually matter exactly where the sculpted detail ends. I just need to make a choice with paint. Now, what kind of hair does Makoro have?
You got to do something that matches the sick flames.
Oh, right, yeah. Fucking neon green hair. Wait, does he have a beard? Does he have a mustache? I know he has a beard, obviously. I'm painting the fucking beard right now. But does he have a mustache?
I don't know. You want me to look?
Yeah, that'd be nice. That would explain why the upper lip is a little sausagey.
Whoa.
Whoa.
In the art, he does not appear to.
Okay, I didn't think so. All right, that's good.
You definitely didn't paint him the canon colors, by the way.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because his robe is bright red, and the flames are sick, like yellow gold.
Too bad, Evan.
My immersion is ruined.
Everything in my army must match and look cool together, okay?
This is the canonical paint scheme. It has to look like this. I just put it up on stream so people can see how wrong you have done it.
It's got like blue skin. Holy cow.
Yeah, because he's like, spooky.
Okay. I thought he had black skin. I didn't think he had like literally blue skin. I never looked so closely at the concept art.
No, yeah, I think that because he's like the leader of the drowned men dudes, I think that he's like spooky, undead, ghosty dude or something. But again, I haven't read the books or watched the show, so this is just a guess based off of like where the synergies are and the themes of the army and stuff.
Those are hot rad flames, Scott. I mean, they're fucking yellow. I cannot deny that those are yellow.
It looks sick, bruh.
Debatable.
It's bold.
Maybe it looks sick in a vacuum, but then when you put it next to all my other Greyjoy stuff, then
he's a red piece of R'hllor in thrall to Euron Crow's Eye. Euron Crow's Eye. Yeah. Those are words.
He's a red priest of R'hllor. Okay. Wait, hold on. Wasn't there who was the advisor to Stannis Baratheon? Wasn't
Melisandre.
Yeah, but is it Melisandre have something to do with
Yeah, she's a R'hllor priestess.
So are they practicing the same religion then?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're both red priests.
Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, so now I'll put it together. In thrall to Euron Crow's Eye. So this is the one thing I don't get. That there are characters in this show that are the same, but they have different titles. Because are there multiple versions of Euron?
So I do know that with the commanders where they have different titles, it's supposed to represent them at different time points.
Okay. There's a hair on my brush. Oh, dude.
Professional Paint Linker says, hey, real question. Which paint line has a warm and cool color like what Broken Anvil Miniatures was supposed to do with their paint line? You aware of any others that have that same sort of color scheming?
Nope.
Yeah, neither am I.
And I actually genuinely liked that part about the range. I liked how the paints were set up. It was like it made it really easy to know what the paint range wanted to do. Because it was set up with a specific intent in mind. But no, I don't know anything like that, unfortunately.
Honestly, the kitten might have recommendations that exist in the artist painting world. I'm not sure. Because I know Kitten works for an art store of some kind.
I'm sad. I'm sad too.
It's all right, Scott. You've got friends who support you, man.
Thank you.
What was I going to say? I don't remember anymore. Don't worry about that part. It just the paint range that we're talking about, it was set up in such a way that each color would have deviations that were warmer and colder. With BetterHelp, you can be less sad. I think that they actually can't say that in their ads.
I know I'm just sad because I'm responsible for the reason why a lot of people bought this paint. And so it just feels bad because, like, on one hand, there was no way that I could have known that, Broken Anvil was going to just totally shit the bed and, like, not fulfill any of their claims.
Yeah, that they were actually secretly imploding at the time.
Yeah, because, like, they were super fucking great. They were so great to work with. And they were so nice in person and everything. And then, like, they just... I guess it was a red flag when they, like, ran several Kickstarters and did not fulfill them. But that was, like, later in their life. But to give some people some perspective, here's a Broken Anvil paint. This is one of the whites, and this is the warm white variety. There is a cold white and then a neutral white as well. And they did the same thing for black. And so you kind of knew you had like some color biases that were just kind of built into the paint range. So that if you wanted to say mix up a warm highlight for a yellow, you'd use the warm white. If you wanted to mix up a cold one, you use the cold one.
I will say that we're sort of getting to that point with Pro Acryl. They just don't call it warm and cold.
Right.
With the Signature series now, so you have the regular white, bold titanium white, and there is now a red white and a blue white in two of the different Signature sets. And that's basically what they are. One is a slightly pushed cold with blue, and the other one is slightly pushed warm with red, but they're very, very close. So, yeah, Tattooed Tabletop, Broken Anvil is like... You know what? I'm not going to be able to provide a accurate and concise summary. I would suggest just kind of looking it up. There's a few YouTube videos covering it. I think that...
What is he asking? I can answer a question.
About is Broken Anvil, like, blowing up? And the answer is kind of, yeah.
Yeah, it does seem that way, yeah.
There have been a string of updates on their original Kickstarter about them talking about difficulties in fulfillment and stuff. They do have some stuff made, but it seems like they may have been doing new Kickstarters to try and finish the original Kickstarter. It's like, I hesitate to say it, but it seems like similar to a Ponzi scheme type thing, where you're trying to bring more investors in to pay out the originals.
That is that is literally the definition of a Ponzi scheme. So
yeah, it is, but it doesn't align one for one because people aren't like investing to gain a profit, which is like the key with a Ponzi scheme. If like you promise high returns, you go, if you invest with me in a year, you'll gain 20%. And then you deliver on that, and people are like, wow, I'll give you more money. So, I don't know.
Okay, so not exactly the same. I thought it was the same.
It feels very similar, yes.
Okay. But I did we mentioned it on the podcast, and there were some people that had issues with how we mentioned it on the podcast, and I heard that. And so I went to all of my Broken Anvil sponsored videos, and I put a pinned comment in the top of every single one. You can go and find this right now. Basically stating that I am unsure that Broken Anvil is going to be able to fulfill their promises to their customers, and you should exercise extreme caution when supporting them. Because I went to their website, and the website's still up, and you can still buy stuff from brokenanvil.com or .co, whatever the fuck it is. And you probably can still be a patron of theirs. But, like, I don't know. I have no idea if they're actually fulfilling that stuff.
I think their Patreon went down for a bit, but might be back now.
Okay. I don't know
positive.
how it is.
Yeah, and that's just it, too, is it's like the backer kit for these things is still open, even though it's very unclear if they're ever going to fulfill on them.
Yeah, that's super sad that
It is.
backer kit is still open. I didn't know that.
Or at least it was last time I looked into it. That was like 2 weeks ago or whatever. But it's been an ongoing thing for, a month now?
That is very... what's the word? It's just like not inappropriate, but it's just like a misuse of... I don't know. It's unfortunate that they're still taking money despite knowing that they're not going to be able to, or they're very likely going to be unable to fulfill those purchases. Robbing Peter to pay Paul.
It was what I was originally going to say, but I felt like that didn't encompass the whole thing well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing is just a shame. I mean, I've backed plenty of Kickstarters that have never fulfilled. So.
Have you?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I have.
I have a pretty good track record, but I would say about 10% of the things I've Kickstarted have just never made it.
I kind of want to go to my Kickstarter page and just see if there are ones that I backed and just like totally forgot about and then just never like said anything about. Can you go to my Kickstarter page and see the projects that I've backed?
I don't know if you're logged in on here, but I'll check. I definitely have had a couple that I haven't got it, and then I looked and I go, oh yeah, they were done with this like a year and a half ago, and they asked for my address and I never gave it to them, so that's my bad. But I'm just, like for those things, it's like I Kickstarted like someone needed funding for a movie or whatever, and it's like I just want to make sure the movie gets made. I don't really care if I get sent my copy,
right? Yeah,
digitally, or if I watch it on a free streaming website. All right, so I'm going to log into your account, and then I'm going to post an update on the metal brush boxes saying I'm the pee-pee poo-poo man.
Don't do that.
Okay, so do you want me to just read them off?
Yeah, sure.
All right, you have backed the A-Case Hybrid.
Yeah, got that.
I'll check that off that you got that, because you didn't do that.
Can you show this on the screen? Would that be bad to show? I don't think it shows any payment info, right?
It shows how much you paid, but it doesn't show payment info.
Okay, I don't care about that. Let's show it. This is kind of fun to see what I've backed.
Oh, it's offset. You can't actually see what the things are. Maybe if I adjust the window size. Hang
on. Wilhelm, thanks for the sub. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that looks like it works. We'll go bottom to top. I want to make sure I'm not showing anything by scrolling around. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so A-Case Hybrid, got it.
Got it.
Next, Nocturna Models, End Paint, Acrylic Colors, and Fantasy Figures.
Got it.
Instant Colors, Painters for Gamers.
Got it.
Echoes of Camelot, Arthurian Legends.
Got it.
Yeah, you already checked that one. Exemplar Premier Wet Palette System, Level Up Your Painting.
Got it.
Inu Kingdom's Legacy of Inu.
Got it.
Who Goes There Deluxe Letterpress Book.
That was a gift for Alex, my editor, actually, and I did get that, yes.
Dark Elf, Yelena Bloodborne, and Cheyenne Half-Elf Mage.
Got it.
Yeah, it says shipped. The Dark 10.
Got it.
Eat the Reich.
Haven't got that yet, just back there recently.
Yeah.
Okay, I got lucky then. Most of my stuff has all been fulfilled.
I will say it depends on the space that you're working in. The stuff that hasn't fulfilled for me has generally been complicated physical products or video game stuff. I think video games have like the highest failure rate on here of anything.
That's interesting. I wonder why.
Because video game development costs a shitload. But you know what else costs a shitload?
No.
Streaming for too long.
Hey! All right.
Something.
We got Makoro pretty far. I'm kind of farting around with the face. It's actually a little bit more challenging to paint correctly than I thought it was going to be. He's got such a big forehead that I'm struggling with where to put the highlights and stuff so it looks natural.
Marok feels insulted at this.
But we'll be able to finish this quickly. The next stream probably. Just gotta pop some eyes in there, finish the hair up, do the staff.
The chromatic flames are going to take ages.
Chromatic flames. My husband found a movie he kickstarted and forgot at a dollar store.
I have had a similar experience.
That is hilarious. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for supplying 80 subs. That is the most subs we've ever gotten in a stream in a long time. So I really
we were
appreciate
actually the counter messed up. We were at 88 and then it jumped back to 78. So someone returned their subs or something, or just Streamlabs is janky.
more than likely it's Streamlabs being janky.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for the support so much, especially those who gifted so many subs. Like that is honestly so nice. See you next time, Megalodon Jaws. Thanks for hanging out. It's really cool to see you in the chat. But yeah, we'll catch you not this Thursday. No gaming stream this Thursday, but there will be one next Thursday. But the next time I'll see you live on Twitch is a week from now on Tuesday for the next painting stream. And we're painting Greyjoy stuff until December. So a long time. Because I got stuff that needs to get painted. But otherwise, guys, thank you for the support again. Who are we sending them off to? Will you make a chart to color match for BAM? Probably not. I don't necessarily see the value because the strength isn't in the colors they chose. It's in how they arranged the range and you could. I mean, I wonder if I could do something. I have the paint range. I wonder if I could do something with it though. That's interesting to think about. If you are in. Wait, I see ground affected in chat. Ground affected. Do you make RC cars out of orc kits and shit and put flamethrowers in dreadnoughts and stuff?
I mean, that sounds sick as hell. I'm down to party.
There is an Instagram account that has that name, Ground Affected, and it is. That's what that person does, and it's fucking awesome. And I watched one of his videos, and it was so hilarious. Let's shoot for 100 subs. I will see if I can dig out another Galactus for the winner. That'd be, oh my god.
I'm down to party on a 100 sub Galactus giveaway.
That'd be amazing. The flamethrower.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Holy shit, what up, bro? I don't know if you saw, but I commented on one of your videos because it was so fucking hilarious how how zero shits you give about lore. And it was the way you talked about it in the video was so funny. But also, you're an amazing hobbyist and amazing painter too. Check out Ground Affected on Instagram if you want to see someone take an orc kit, turn it into an RC car, add flamethrowers to dreadnoughts, literal flamethrowers, like shooting actual fire. It's so fucking cool.
Just make a deal at the start of every tournament. You're like, if you win, cool. But if I win, I actually get to melt one of your models with my dreadnought.
That is awesome, dude. Thanks for hanging out in the chat. It's so cool to see you here. Megalodon Jaw says, do it. Just email me that info, Evan/Scott, when we have a winner, and I will try to be on as well. That is so fucking cool. Okay. All right. Well, I won't make you commit to it, but possibly next painting stream a week from now, we're going to give away a Galactus miniature if we hit 100 subs. And just so you know what Galactus is.
Galactus is about as big as Mickey from Stats.
This is the model that potentially might be given away next stream if we get 100 subs. Hi, this is my son.
Never talk to me or my son ever again.
This model's gigantic. It also has a zombie version as well with a different arm and a different head. that goes on it. So it's even fucking cooler. It's not just this gigantic, it also has a zombie version.
Megalodon says, I got it, we're good, roll with it.
Okay, it's guaranteed. Next painting stream 1 week from now. If we get 100 subs, we're going to give away Galactus to one of the viewers. That's fucking awesome. Thank you so much for the support, Simon. That means honestly the world to me. Okay.
Who are we gonna raid?
Let's do that and let's get on.
I got Monument, I got Mohawk, I got other people. Hang on. It's loading.
We could do a small streamer?
Yeah, we could do a small streamer. That's always fun.
Always like supporting small streams.
I do too. If you guys wanted to watch video games, we could invade Roy, the guy that came on and played Song with me. He's streaming right now. He's playing Starfield.
My mic fell out of my shirt. Sorry if that made a loud sound.
It didn't, I don't think. I've been wearing headphones and it didn't bother me.
Penny Arcade.
Penny Arcade's playing Battletech.
I have that Galactus. It's hard to store. I fucking bet it is.
It is very big.
Okay. Should we do Mike Disney? I haven't done him in a while. Or even a smaller one with like less views. We can spread that hobby love. It was nice ASMR. Okay, that's good. Jesus Christ.
I mean, we got Lieutenant Duct Tape. He says he's painting a 40K model. With one viewer right now.
Chat, what do you feel about us rating someone with one viewer right now?
I mean, Rufus Kid just wants Battletech.
Rufus Kid is... Do it! We're seeing a lot of do it. All right, we're going to do someone with one viewer right now. Be super nice to them. Tell them their fucking painting is amazing, hot shit. Give them some love. Maybe give them a follow if you want to. But otherwise, guys, thank you so much for the support. Next stream, 1 week, giving away a Galactus at 100 subs. Make sure you're here a week from now, same time, same place. But we will raid someone small.
Lieutenant Duct Tape.
Lieutenant Duct Tape. And that'll be it for today. See you guys.